There's no way to finish the whole thing today, right? What's the speedrun record for this game? Random Fox. Oh, look, we got this one! Oh, wait, did someone get a new one the other day and I forgot to give a refund for it? Sure can. You just have to believe. Wait, who's that? Cabell? I don't know who we're getting the other one. Boop. There we go. This is adorable. Look at it. You want to see me speedrun it? Breaker, we gotta... Oh, wait, that's... Here he comes. The presidential plane descends for the western skies, bringing a message of peace. Make its final approach and lands right on Gourd Lake. That's how you know it's not being set in the present. Oh, thank you for the pets. I evaded the pet, sort of. Isn't that crowd? Welcome, Zing Fa. Welcome, Mr. President. And now, sir, your audience awaits. What if it's like Obama or something? That'd be funny. Honor friends and allies, I'm here today to deliver a message. The odious criminals that dogged my beloved nation are no more, thanks to the prosecutor's office of your great country. Oh, that's not our president. Okay, that's... Uh-oh. You have our most heartfelt gratitude. Our friends, do not forget. The battle against evil rages on. Here today, I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. Is that a lion? Is he a lion? Ah! He got shot with a pistol? What's the range on a pistol? Call the prosecutor's office. Get Miles Edgeworth here, right now, right away. Anyone can solve this. He can. That guy did it. You can tell by his jumping up and down. Either that or he has to pee. He was supposed to be halfway around the world already. After all, it's died every day. An attempt is made on the life of a nation's president. Did he die? I saw blood. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor. I came as soon as I got the call. The moment the phone rang, I knew it was serious. By the way, so while we're here, this just came up, obviously. So, as was pointed out last time, I think it was Saturday, some of the redeems don't work with the chibi models. So, there was talk of maybe putting a timer on the chibis like I do on the Ninetales foxes. And making them so they go away after a few minutes. Is anyone opposed to that? Let me know. Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you you're here, sir. Did you see the cue ball twins? That was funny. I hope we can see him again. This is Dick Gumshoe, a detective with the local precinct. He's the one used to sign to my cases. How's the president, detective? We still don't know, Mr. Edgeworth. Megs just boarded the plane a few minutes ago. I see. Hope he's alright. I suppose you'd better show me the scene of the crime instead. Right away, sir. Hey, I said, hey, you. Yeah, you, Ruffles. Who's that? Oh, is that Kay? Who's that? You're the prosecutor in charge of this here case, ain't you? Want to give me your first impressions? Anything strike y'all as odd? No comment. Detective Gumshoe. With me. No comment. It's also good. Does she have a bear trap? Come on, Miss Prosecutor, don't be like that. That's a bear trap. Is she a reporter or a, is he, I don't know. He, she, are they a reporter or are they like a camper or a hunter? Who carries a bear trap? I think they're illegal. Are bear traps legal? Banned in some states. They're legal in many areas. They're just heavily regulated, though. Don't tell Trapper that. Trapper, no trapping. Come on, Prosecutor, don't be like that. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, wait for me. There's the cue ball twins. Now, Detective, I'll need the facts of the case in as much detail as you can give me. Well, Seamus right here at Gourd Lake, as you already know. Holy crap, he is jacked! Look at his butt. You can see his abs through his three-piece suit. Holy crap. My poor... I can't see my abs through my... Yeah, it's a new model. Like, look at that. Like, either he has a terrible... Like, his suits are way too tight, or... He is just like the most ripped person on the planet. Okay, anyway. Seems like right here at Gourd Lake, as you already know, a bunch of people were gathered to welcome the president of Xingfa, who looks like a lion, possibly a monkey. But the hairs give me lion vibes. Jijian Wang? Yes, I read about his visit. Been all over the news for days now. I think it came up during this, right? We take him up during this, it's fine. Paper clipping data jot down in my organizer. I mean, we can always check during the, we can always check the VOD. Show me the VOD. Actually, show me a mint. It's raining until just before he landed. Luckily it let up and he went on stage as planned. Then smack down in the middle of his speech. Bang! A gun goes off and everybody runs for cover, terrified for their lives, apparently. Apparently? Truth is, I only just showed up myself. I don't know a whole lot more than you do, sir. Should this be Purian Fox? I don't know. Does it matter? It probably doesn't matter. You're summoned on short notice as well? Sure was. Right in the middle of my day off. I was at the office taking advantage of the peace and quiet to prepare for my next case. Well, here's your next case. And the boss himself caused you the scene. Never a dull moment, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? The boss? Yeah, Chief Prosecutor was right here in the park. Saw the whole thing. Why is it he doing the thing, then? First chance he got, he yelled at the top of his lungs. Give me Edgeworth right away. He's the only man for the job, something like that. I see. Oh, they cordoned off the perimeter of the park. As soon as it happened, you'll be happy to know. So our would-be assassin is still here somewhere. Good. Maybe we should look for the gun. All you gotta do is find him in the middle of that crowd. When they strike in, there he is. He's jumping. He's either got to pee or he's got something to hide. But then again, I'll probably go with one of the hoodie guys with the hats. See, he might look unique in the crowd. The name is listed as Chibi Yen Fox. But I was wondering if it should be Chibi Pure Yen Fox. I'll let you guys fight that out. Let me know if I need to fix it. Before they strike again. So the only unique people I see in the crowd. Alright, we don't know what else our culprit might be planning. These people are in danger. I don't see anybody unique in the crowd. All the models are duplicated. Except for that one person, the reporter / bear trap person. We don't have a moment to lose. Let's begin with the basics. Search every inch of the crime scene for clues, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Precisely. President was shot at, which means a gun was involved. That's our first clue. Alright, duly noted. Take Gumshoe. How exactly was the security detail surrounding the president's speech organized? Most of our officers mainly focused on securing the perimeter of the park. President's people took charge of the rest. He has his own team of bodyguards. See those guys over there? Maybe we should ask them a few questions. I want to talk with them. I'll need to walk over and press space. Alright. Can I help you? You're one of the president's bodyguards, correct? Could you tell me how a security detail was arranged during the speech? 2 of our senior operatives were attached to the president. The rest secured the stage. This is our first rodeo. Anything suspicious in that crowd, and we would have spotted it right away. I see. President's security was tightly orchestrated for the duration of his speech. Let's investigate further. We should speak with other witnesses and continue to look over the crime scene. Can't afford to leave any stone unturned. That's how y'all go about it, huh? Sure is something to see in the pros at work. Can I share a little bit about what happened to that information once you got a hold of it? Bystanders. This one seems persistent. But I can't afford to get distracted. Hey, Ruffles, I asked you a question. Dang it. What happens next? Well, we put all the information together and try to find connections. Right, sir? Detective. Don't be so hard on the poor guy. So, connections, you say. And what next? Well, I guess you'd say we connect the dots. Connect one piece of information to another. It's Mr. Edward's Fort. I think that... Okay. We had this discussion before. So... Officially, this word is pronounced fort. Fort. However, in the common vernacular, it's been pronounced as forte for so long, mispronounced, one might say, that the pronunciation has changed. So now both are acceptable. He's the logic master. I can deal with information I have with Q and then connect them with T. Let's try it now. Just a quick press of Q and we'll be off down the path of logic. Alright. Connect the dots, because we only have 2 pieces of evidence. May as well shove them together. Despite the president's high security, perpetrators still managed to carry out their attack. Completely undetected by a contingent of highly trained bodyguards, no less. No mean feat. This would take some serious planning. In other words, the assassination attempt was almost certainly premeditated. That stuff, Mr. Edgeworth. The old logic never fails, huh? Indeed, all we need to do is find the right clues, and then make the right connections between them. Make the wrong connections, however, and will only wind up further from the truth. Which means I must make well-reasoned connections if I intend to draw logical conclusions. Alright, here we go. Let's get this investigation started. I haven't examined anything that looks suspicious. Alright, blah blah blah. Must be a detective, and choose T. My feet are cold, by the way. No! Not as surprised as you, sir, but there's no mistaking it. It's Still Samurai. Still Samurai, Warrior of Neo Tokyo. It's a popular TV show. Old, young, it doesn't matter. It really has something for everyone. Seems to be when I had a Steel Samurai balloon at a welcoming party for a foreign president. It's a little odd, although now that I think about it, what better here to represent our nation? I must guard the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. The flag is in fire. The key motif is a blazing red phoenix. Hey, it's Ash! Wait, what's this? Something the matter, sir? There's a bullet hole in that. You don't see a detective? There's something unusual about this flag. Compared to the one on the other side of the stage, if you will. That's beauty right there. Just look at it, flapping in the wind. It's immaculate. Exactly, which is how a flag should look. And yet here we see a quite different picture. One thing in particular stands out, don't you think? Oh, right, of course. Gotta give up, come on, spill the beans. You can lead a horse to water. I just had to move the cursor to the problematic spot and highlight the difference with T.
Take that!
Look closely. Do you see the hole? Oh, look at that. You're right, sir. I note the burn marks around the edges. That's a bullet hole. There's no mistake here. That means they were close. Bullet hole? So you're saying a bullet went through this flag? Makes hard, don't it? It does. What villainy could have befallen him? He said he popped right about when the gun went off. The strongest suggested the bullet struck the balloon. It's like a case of cold-blooded samurai murder on our hands. This is sacrilege. I won't rest till the culprit has been apprehended. Detective, we cannot let this vile assassin escape. We won't, sir. You can count on it. I think I've gathered enough information for the moment. Time to put the pieces together and see what we can figure out. Alright, well, that was quick. So we know where the assassin was. There's a bullet hole in the flag, and it seemed to highlight likely the balloon was popped by a bullet too. Which means 2 shots were fired. Right, sir? No. Possibly even 3. The president was shot as well, remember? Equally, the hole in the flag and the hole in the balloon could have been made by the same bullet. What we need to know is how many gunshots there were. What do we ask? Alright, on with the investigation. Ruffles, Ruffles! You gotta figure something out, huh? Care to share? Who exactly is she? And why does she keep shouting at us? Rubbernecker, I guess. Seems pretty interested in the case. Well, give me something here. Is it like a Bigfoot person? Bigfoot, what do they call them? Bigfoot fanatic? Oh, they have a name. We need to speak with someone. Witnesses find out how many gunshots there were. Fine, let's see if she can tell us anything. There y'all are. Oh, she's not older than I thought she was. I was thinking she was like a kid. Her name is Tabloid. Her name's Tabloid. Tabloid at your service. I'm looking into the case for, well, just for me right now, but looking into the case. Miss Lloyd, was it? Miss Lloyd, there's something I'd like to ask you. Well, what can you tell me? Any special details you want to share? How about the perp? Have they made any demands? What about them there with ruffles? Where does a feller buy a cravat like that?
Hold it!
Be quiet for a moment. I'll be asking the questions here. Dang, and here I thought I could get me something juicy for my piece. I didn't know about the shooting. Can you tell me how many gunshots you heard? Why, I most certainly cannot. I beg your pardon? I can't just be handing out leads for free. That's just my livelihood. Well, don't hold out on us. We all gotta share sometimes. Me hold out on you? You mean the bear trap? Or the Go You Airlines? She's got a backpack with a bear trap on it. Well, if y'all are gonna be like that, I'll be moving right along. Goodbye. Wait for exactly what, huh? If you got nothing... Huh? If you got nothing for me, I'm gone. Sorry, we're fresh out of moves here. Out of moves, huh? I wouldn't be so sure. Well, what do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? As your detective, I like to play a little chess. Hope is just a decoration. What does one do in chess when an opponent adopts a defensive position? The board offers any number of options, but some are more effective than others. Sorry, sir, but it's all going way over my head. No matter how impenetrable an opponent's defense may seem, it can always be overcome. Watch and learn, detective, as I shatter my opponent's resolve with the power of words. When attempting to draw an entrenched opponent, one must employ certain tactics. Let's picture the board and see if we can anticipate our adversary's next move. Now, we must analyze the state of play. What is going on here? I ain't getting nothing out of me. Not until you give me something in return. My opponent has dug herself in deep. Her defenses won't be easily broken. Like, is it literally chess puzzles? I can't afford to retire patience by taking too long to plot my next move. In other words, I must be conscious not just of my strategy, but also of the passing of time. That said, I can't afford to waste words either. In fact, it can pay dividends not to. If my opponent gets too agitated, if he fixes to ask me something, we well, ask it already? I'm able to gain a tactical advantage by calmly biding my time. And when I see a crack in my opponent's armor, I pounce. Let's begin by finding out what it is that she does. Alright. Time to make my opening move. Opening Gambit. Mind chest! Commence! Alright. What do you do? Why don't you begin by telling me about what it is that you do? Sure, I can totally not do that. Think I don't know when I keep my mouth shut? That's my job. Is it now? So you do something you won't or can't tell anybody about. I know. Shut up! I ain't no lawbreaker. That's what you're insinuating. I'm a law-abiding, everyday citizen, and you got no reason to say otherwise. Forgive me, I meant nothing by it. It's something you can't tell me about. I imagine it must be very important work indeed. Huh? Well, sure, I guess. Leastways, it'll be once I bag my first big scoop. Heh, I see. It's a scoop you're after. So you're a journalist, is that correct? Da-dang! Sure, I'm your friendly neighborhood reporter. The hungriest cub on the beat. That's the mystery of what she does for a living solved. Perhaps our hungry young cub has gathered information vital to the case. Let's make that our next line of inquiry. Oh, it refills! Okay, with the opening moves concluded, the mind game approaches. What else do you have to tell us? Have an incident. Were you present at the scene of the crime? Oh, now, Ruffles, you ain't gonna give little Tabby something first. Absolutely not. I ain't giving you nothing neither. You think I'm a sucker? Think again. Come on, this is my career we're talking about here. You gotta give me something. Besides, the more you know, the more you might find yourself in danger. I ain't scared. I'm a pro. Takes more than that sound of a little gunfire to faze me. You heard gunfire, did you? Yeah. Maybe a pro as you put it, but I'd say you're still a little wet behind the ears. So you heard gunfire, which proves you were here at the time of the crime. Therefore, you must have seen something. To double dang. Fine, I was here. I saw it. Came to report on the big speech. Wound up reporting on the shooting. And you won't get no more out of me than that. I'm done with your tricks, Ruffles. She came to report on the event. She must have made a record of some kind. Record I would very much like to get my hands on. It's quite the clue as to where we take the conversation next. You're a reporter, which means you must have been making a record of some kind. No more questions? You gotta give me something first. That's the deal. I'm not in the habit of making deals. Now tell me what I need to know. Sorry, Ruffles. Can't help you. I employ my clue. No self-respecting reporter would leave the house without a means of putting the things on the record. Just tell me, Miss Lloyd, where's yours? Of course I made a record. Told you, I'm a pro. Dang near wore my shoes out running around on this one. That's why I'm not about to just hand it over to the first person who asks me. I want to say to you, young lady, I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Don't you young lady me, you ain't getting it. No matter how many times you ask. If you're bringing this on yourself, I would say I'm to blame. Oh, you don't, huh? How about I spell it out for you? I told you, you ain't getting it. Now back off or I might stop playing nice. So I pushed her too far. I'd be careful to pick my words more wisely. Ouch. The more affected by my time, the more agitated or upset my opponent seems. When they're vulnerable, that's the time to go out on the verbal offensive. Oh no. I already did this. Let's go pop that in, okay. I bide my time. You understand, don't you, Ruffles? It ain't nothing personal. I understand that your job is a difficult one. You do? Well, ain't that sweet. In such a competitive field, you must sometimes doubt that you'll ever succeed. No, I'll go plenty far, I'm sure of it. Yeah. As long as I got my trusty tape recorder, I'll always be ready to nab me a scoop. Intriguing. A young reporter hungry for success. So dedicated to her craft that to leave such an important event unrecorded would be unthinkable. And indeed, she did not. She committed the entire event to tape. Ah, dang it! This is my scoop you're messing with, my big break. Fine, sure, I recorded the whole darn thing. It's all right here. You got me, okay? Oof. Checkmate. Okay, not bad. Hey, I got an achievement for that. You're something else, Ruffles. I was trying to be all strong and silent, but you had me singing like a canary. Never mind that. Now play this tape. I wonder if this is just decorative, because I don't see a spring. This should finally tell us how many shots were fired. Fine. Throwing Legos at me again? You can hear it, but I got conditions. You play me like a fiddle, Ruffles. Only the chief ever played me so good. So you gotta agree to be Chief number 2 and be the mentor to a rising star, aka me. Chief number 2, huh? Kinda like a second parent. That's a big responsibility, sir. And one more thing. I want exclusive reporting rights for the first 24 hours. Well, you gotta say yes. What kind of mentor wouldn't give his star pupil the exclusive, huh? She's a difficult woman to refuse. I need to hear that recording. 24 hours is more than I can promise. The story's yours until the case is solved. Job Chief number 2? I think not. Gah, you're no fun. I guess a girl can't have everything. Alright. Let's check on time. Oh, do we need to run an ad? Is it time? Yep, we got 45 seconds before we're supposed to run an ad, so it's probably a good place to stop right here. I'm gonna go run an ad real quick, and I'll be right back, okay? Yeah, I wasn't sure, but it looks like it was a she. I'm back. This is the second game, yes. So I've been treating these as like, so basically, I've been treating the collections as one single entity, because they're not that long. I mean, they're a little bit long. I gotta say, I'm not perfect. Not perfect. Bum, 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 dum, bum, dum, bum, dum. Alright, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're back. Alright, no fun, but I guess a girl can't have everything. All for the sake of the scoop, huh? Alright, you got yourself a deal. I got exclusive access starting right this second, Ruffles. Good, then our first order of business is to listen to that tape. We're Koshak. Honor friends and allies, I'm here today to deliver a message. Those criminals that dog my beloved nation are no more. Here's a speech. The President passionately addresses the assembled crowd. As to try and shake off the reports of his declining popularity by sheer force of will. And that there's me. Can't be a little live commentary to set the scene. Being scheduled for just after the speech, correct? He's pretty pleased to be able to put the whole Yadagarasu situation behind him. As well he should be. This is a great day for all of us. Whose voices are these? Oh, there are these two old guys standing right in front of me. They're whispering away to each other the whole darn time. There's a voice from somewhere. Wait. The part where the gun goes off is right after this. The President thrusts his fist in the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch. Battle against evil rages on. Here today I make you this solemn promise. We shall crush the wicked with the righteous hammer of justice. Well, what the? Ah! Alright, 2 gunshots. So, 2 shots were fired. Yep. And that tells us something. Something very important indeed. It allows us to deduce the trajectory of one of our bullets. The 2 shots fired, 1 hit the President, which means the other must have passed through both the flag and the balloon, in that order. So that means the person was over here. Otherwise, they could not have hit that. Because nobody over here could have done that. Unless you have a curved bullet, which, as you can see, allows us to reduce the position of our shooter. The only possible place from which a bullet could have been fired through the flag and into the balloon is over here.
Take that!
There-ish, drawing a line between the flag and the balloon gives us the trajectory. I was a little bit off of one of our bullets. There's a shooter on the left-hand side of the spectator area. What trajectory died down in my organizer? You're a genius, Mr. Edgeworth. Take gumshoe. I'll need to examine the left side of the spectator area. Roger that, sir. So you, need me to clear all those people out of the way, I guess? I do. Whatever remains to be found may already be deteriorating. So I need you to be quick about it. Yes, sir. See, I would think we want to let the people on the right side go, like shoot them off, and then put the people on the left side on the right side. That way we know they're still here. Chief. Hey, I'm talking to you, Chief. Suppose you mean me, Miss Lloyd? I surely do. You gotta let me help out. This stuff's my fort. I'm the best crowd herder you ever did see. I'm a proud pummel and push them wherever you like. A very kind offer, but I think a less hands-on approach might be preferable. Also, about this chief business. I am nobody's chief. Whatever you say, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Which is my command. Somehow doubt that. Trying to get my thing just the right height. Oh well. Here you go, sir. It's all ready for you. Just wait here to clear everybody out, just like that. You should have seen it. I ain't seen nothing. The chief, my other chief that is, she sends them running twice as quick. Not that quite a formidable character. Perhaps I should go easier on the poor girl. Thank you, but you really shouldn't have. All that running around. Your clothes are covered in mud. I'll let me pay for the cleaning. It's the least I can do. Oh, you mean my jacket? Oh, you don't be worried your pretty little head about that. It's reversible. All you gotta do is switch it around. And alakazam, no more dirt. On the outside, perhaps, but you'd still have something of a problem with the inside. Ready to get back to the investigation wherever you are, sir. Clouds trampled the entire area. We'd lucky to find any trace of our shooter at all. Hey, it's that guy. You gotta pick through the trash yourself? The prosecutor's life ain't easy, huh? Take a gumshoe. Right away, sir. The detective scrabbles through the garbage as the prosecutor looks on, his hands unblemished. Let's see now. Come to pop a little treasures. Is he enjoying himself? Bingo. A popsicle stick. Gotta love the jokes they put on these. Detective. So sorry, sir. Relevant evidence. Relevant evidence. Huh? I think we got something. Good work, detective. Let's take a closer look, shall we? I take a piece of evidence from all angles. You can uncover hidden details. Sure can. Just tell me which way you want it, sir. Or if the item with that, I can move it closer or further away too. Shoot examine an object up close and E to move bigger picture, blah blah blah. Press time to say the word. Why not switch areas with the cursor and press space to inspect them more closely? Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see what we can discover. It's a document of some kind. Let's see. Let's cover from the lakeside now. Eyes on this area. Rook repositioned in light of the night's injury. Knight to immediately escort President to plane in case of emergency. Stay Frost, we know who might be in the audience. Document of some kind. What are we looking at here? President's security plan. It's document of the President's security arrangements. So the President's bodyguards were positioned. It has people's names on it. Rook and Knight. So his bodyguards aren't natives of Xingfa. They use some private security firm. Why not employ people from his own country? I know why not. Y'all want to hear a little tabloid exclusive? Do you know something? Sure I do. I was over at their embassy not so long back, sniffing out a story. While I'm there, one of my sources tells me that the President's got more enemies than you got hairs on your head. Including a bunch of bigwigs on the National Police Force. Interesting. She's unable to trust his own domestic law enforcement. I wonder if one of these enemies could have been behind that attempt on his life. What was it doing dumped there in that bag? Raise an interesting point. It's a document relating to a matter of national security. It would surely be highly classified. Huh? Hey, there's something else in here. You didn't notice the gun first? Well, my. Or ara, you might say. Well, what's the gun doing in there? So his bag. It's got to belong to the... Yes, it could well have been disposed of by a would-be assassin. A revolver would have taken a lot of nerve to dump it here amid all the chaos. See the work of a professional? That would explain the security plan, too. Then we need to take a very close look at our latest find. This part's called the grip. I've held a few guns in my time, though they've never felt quite right in my hand. This one is no exception. Two spit bullets in the cylinder matching the 2 gunshots heard in the recording. That proves it. It must be the weapon that was used. This is a laser sight. It can be lined up with a target to make aiming a bit easier. This is here. Yep, definitely a red laser. Could the assassin have used a laser sight to target the president? That bag was a real find, huh? Just goes to show, a bag in the hands worth 2 in the trash. Nice work, detective. Now, there's something else I'd like to ask of you, if you don't mind. How do you take that bag and the gun to forensics to see if they can find any prints? Honest, sir. A good set of fingerprints could really help this investigation along. Got results for you, sir. Whoa, he was quick. That was quick. You bet it was. Told the detective it was ultra super high priority. But, they came up empty. They checked everywhere? Inside and outside, top to bottom. Did they check the bullets? Oh. They did check the bullets. They even took the bullets out of the gun and dusted them. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. And this is cracked. What am I gonna do? Circuit board's hanging out. Whole thing's spitting sparks. Like fireworks showing there. Probably not a good idea to touch it, I guess. Definitely not. Fireworks could be deadly. Right, sir? This isn't exactly rocket science, detective. Cameraman's clearly otherwise occupied. Perhaps I can talk to him later. Alright, you. Well, this is quite the situation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Edgeworth? Who is he again? It's Payne, Mr. Edgeworth. Winston Payne. We work together at the prosecutor's office. He's the prosecutor? What brings you here today, Mr. Payne? Heh. What indeed? Why, only the invitation of the chief prosecutor himself. His voice. I recognize it from the tape recording. Was he one of the men who was standing in front of Miss Lloyd? And where's the chief prosecutor? He had to leave, I'm afraid. He's a busy man. They let him, and only him, out through the corridor. So he had me summoned down short notice and then he left before I even showed up? Rude. Alright, well, he's not gonna be very helpful. Here's your truck. Appears to be stuck in the mud. Reminds me of that time I pushed your car out of that ditch, sir. And you just drove away and left me there. Gotta admit, it felt kinda lonely. Did I do that? I think I might have. Came back though, Mr. Edgeworth. Only left me there in the mud for maybe 15 minutes. Heh. I know you never forget about me, sir. Random Fox. Oh, we got Command Fox. Of course I wouldn't. Barring those 15 minutes, anyway. So you changed today's ceremony in order to gather material for an article of some kind. You bet I did. Ain't the kind of thing that happens every day. When did the ceremony begin? Right after the rain stopped. We got lucky. It was raining all morning before that. Anyhow, the President's plane touched down right around 1:45. And the speech started at 2 on the nose. What about shooting? Must have been maybe 20 after? It's 20 minutes after the ceremony began. Yeah, shots rang out, tearing through the air that only moments before had been alive with cheers. In the tragedy, the President dropped to the floor, fell by an unknown assassin's bullet. 2:25 on March 25th, and I've been reporting to you live from the scene here at Gourd Lake. What was that all about? I was making some voice notes. Gotta get those ideas down the second they come into the old noggin, you know? And every day you get to report on the assassination of a president, after all. It's dramatic, it's emotional. It's got everything I need to write an article that puts the huge light right there on the scene. The president really dropped to the floor? Officer on the scene said his bodyguards escorted him straight onto the presidential plane. Hey, I can't blame you for getting a little carried away now, can ya? You're taking a testimony she gives with a good-sized pinch of salt. Hey, stop it. Call me a reporter and all. It's kind of weird when somebody else says it. Still, Tabby Lloyd, reporter at large, does have kind of a ring to it, don't you think? But you are a reporter, correct? Sure am, a reporter in training. Well, have you even had any articles published? You used to look at my work, huh? Well, that might be tricky. And yet, you call yourself a reporter, nonetheless. Well, I soon will be, won't I? This right here is a big old scoop. No mistake about it. And I got the whole thing on tape. Didn't miss a second. It's all thanks to my trusty mic and my even trustier tape machine. Well, I set the journalistic world on fire, just like my mentor before me. You know Chief Ruffles, my mentor, my inspiration? No, but you have mentioned her. Repeatedly. Did I? Can't rightly say I remember. I'm a reporter for a thing like that. Well, it's just the chief always says, you gotta treat information as irresponsibly as you can. And what kind of mentor says that? Oh, you should have heard her the day she gave me this here tape machine. You be sure and bag yourself the juiciest, sleazy scoops you can now. You hear? Wonderful. So you're the kind of reporter who sees fire under even the faintest trace of smoke. Now I'm the kind of reporter who puffs on the fire until the smoke about chokes you. Heh. So her mentor is clearly a lot of heart, right? How's that any better? It sounds almost brand new. I imagine it was placed here recently. What's it say? 2 yards to the Gordy Museum. 7 yards to the, never mind. What's the matter, detective? Treat it, will you? 7 yards to the boathouse. Feels like a million years since that whole story of Harrow unfolded. Fond memories, detective. Yeah, fond memories, sir. Oh, we got an achievement for that. I was wondering I saw something pop up over here, but I guess not. Here's the news channels. Yep. Can I help you? What's the footage of the event? Mind if I take a look? I wish I could help you, but that might be a little tricky. Why's that, pal? You got a problem with doing your civic duty or something? That's just my camera was knocked over in all the panic. And now I can't get it to work. The footage would have helped immensely. God, sure luck. Ha 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 ha. Oh no. What the? Like you need a little help, Mr. Edgeworth. I know that voice. Oh, there's Kay. Hi, Kay. Honestly, I'll leave you alone for 2 seconds. Don't worry. Your hero's here to save the day. That's right. The one, the only. Kay Faraday. Hero. Only you would give yourself a title like that. So you're not a great thief anymore? Not right now, but it's not like I quit. I'm just on a sabbatical. Taking time out for some intensive training. Being the second Yatagara suit doesn't come easy. Kay helped me out on a few occasions about 2 weeks ago when I was working a case. Case of the Yatagara suit, a mysterious thief who seemed to appear and disappear at will. Who claimed only to steal the truth. Calls herself the second Yatagara suit, the successor to the so-called Great Thief. There's not a lock I can't open or a trap I can't escape. When it comes to stealing, well, I'm still in training, but I'll get there soon enough. What are you doing here, Kay? What do you think I'm doing? I've been enjoying the festivities, of course. I suppose you didn't mention being fond of such things. At first, I was thinking of dropping by your office to you guys, but now I don't have to. Good to see you, kiddo. You're as bright and breezy as ever. Hey, Gummy. How you been? You're looking pretty full of beans yourself. It's okay. Are you really here to save the day? Yep. Yeah. Prepare for your jaw to hit the floor. Your best pal in the world here and only went. And took pictures of the whole shebang. Did you know? You better show them to me. Wow, your jaw didn't even drop an inch. What's a girl got to do to impress you, huh? You know, right? I know, right? Mr. Prosecutor here's about as much fun as a danged toothache. Wait, let me call him Chief. Oh, I'm forgetting my name manners. Tabby Lloyd, Ace Reporter, at your service. Nice to meet you, Tabby. You're right, he's no fun at all. This one time you can chat later. Okay, can I see those pictures? Ooh, fine. Here. This one right when the gun went off. He's got a neck brace on. Why would he be on the stage? Why not replace him? It's total chaos. People running everywhere. He's in his 2 bodyguards. And security plan were Knight and Rook, I think. What's that? Thank you indeed. Okay, I think you provide us with a vital clue. Wait, your eyes just lit up like a pair of dang Christmas trees. Mr. Edwards, care to tell the rage what you spotted? Contradiction. This picture? Not really. What now? I don't see nothing strange. Let me show you. It shows the moment of the incident. Another piece of evidence shows something different. Oh, what piece of evidence? What evidence do we have? Wouldn't he see the laser? I had the point of contradiction. What's the point of contradiction? I guess they immediately escort President Plane in case of emergency. And then employ my powers of deduction. I found the contradiction to the photograph. I'm not 100% sure. This is it. I'll simply press T to make my deduction. Oh. I present the evidence that proves the contradiction. What's the contradiction? Good contradiction here. I don't think that's right. You say so, sir. Can't see anything myself. I don't know what's wrong. If you don't see it, it's so obvious. It's a contradiction in itself. Edgeworth, you know if you made a mistake, you can just tell me, don't you? A mistake? I've done no such thing. I prove it to you. Or I located what's contradictory between this photograph and the evidence. Nope, I don't see it. Alright, is this? No? What? I presented everything. Well, I presented everything. I don't see it. You can't present a profile. Close the picture of the president. This don't cover if you would. Another case photograph. Read through carefully. Oh, what am I looking at for? I don't see what we're looking for. Bobby, indeed. There's something on the president's... It's a laser sight! There was another picture. What is that? Kind of birthmark? That guy's got a big red birthmark right in the middle of his forehead. It's not a birthmark! Why is everybody so stupid? I was eyeing the potato. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I highly doubt a birthmark just sprang up there since the other picture was taken. You get bitten by a bug then, maybe? That's it. That's right there's a big... see, that's not... I don't consider that a contradiction. I know. That's why it's not a contradiction. It's so stupid. I'm like, oh, well, that's the thing from the gun. No, it's not the thing from the gun. Oh, well, you can see the ankle was fired at. Oh, no. Well, why didn't he get to escort the plane immediately? No, it's not that. If they have a laser sight, how they miss by 10 feet and hit the balloon? I don't know. That's it. That's right. There's a big old bug bite. I thought it was something important. Look on your face. You should know that the road to the truth is paved with just such seemingly trivial details. I'll again with the face. Alright, duly noted, Chief. They're not. Alright. Alright, laser sight with the red birthmark. Boom. Pretty obvious here. I've solved the mystery of the red birthmark. Really? So it wasn't a bug? I mean, we knew that instantly. It's not really a deduction. It's like, I see they're in a car. They must be going somewhere. That's not a deduction. That's just observing what's going on. I don't know. What about, no, we're dealing with is something that would itch for a day and then disappear. It's in fact the beam of a laser sight. The killer was aiming to shoot the president square in the forehead. And shortly after this picture was taken, the second shot rang out. I also think they should be holding it higher. They should be holding the cases at his head level and chest level, trying to cover his vital spots. So this picture was taken, the second shot rang out. That's going to do more than itch. Indeed, I fear the president may be in even more danger than we thought. And that gun we found was the weapon used in the crime. Alright. Oh, the purpose of laser sight, though. He's right. You'd stand out like a crazy doing something like that. Pew, pew, pew. It's not like you can just go around shooting lasers all over the place. No, anyone who saw it could trace it right back to the shooter. Like a pretty bad idea all around. I almost forgot. I took a couple more pictures. Maybe the laser sight's in one of them. It's a long shot, but it's worth it. Look, at least. Okay, let's see those other pictures. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Let's see. First up, here's one I took just before everything started going south. Maybe more useful is half the frame wasn't taken up by your face, but we do clearly see a red laser sight right there. Hee hee. Can you blame me for wanting to get a selfie with the president? I view this was right before the gun went off. And this one I showed you before is from just after the first shot was fired. Second shot came just seconds after this. Then there's... It's not hard to see anything. He's going for the plane, it looks like. I knocked her when everything started running right after that last picture. It's must have pressed the shutter by accident. Not sure there's going to be much use, kid. Very convenient pictures there. That's all of them. Time to take a closer look. And the pictures from... So we hit the laser sight here in this picture.
Take that!
There, I see it. What is it, sir? Look closely at the picture present with the red hood. Oh, there it is. Indeed. There's a laser sight right there. That's our perp. The one in the red hood must be the shooter, yes. We found them, and all thanks to yours truly. Indeed. Let's right to the greatest treasure of all, Miss Great Thief. The truth. Hee hee. You may have captured our would-be assassin in one of your other pictures, too. Let's take another look. So it could be another of these photographs from after the shooting. There he is! Is the red hood here somewhere? Yes! Right here beside this butt shot. Actually, multiple butt shots.
Take that!
I don't know how close you have to get on these things. Look right there. Red jacket. That must be our suspect. So I took advantage of the confusion to make their getaway. Luckily, we can see exactly where they were headed. On the Samurai Dog stand. Precisely. Which means they escaped towards the right-hand side of the Spectre area. Take the gumshoe. On it, sir. Consider cleared. Good. I'm counting on you. We have you now, my little Red Riding Hood. The entire park is cordoned off. We know which way you went. Now it's simply a matter of hunting you down. Now let's continue our investigation. Uh-oh, did we lose connection? Nope, got it back. We lost connection to chat for a second, but it looks like I didn't drop any frames or anything, so we're still good. Continue our investigation. The evidence here somewhere. All we have to do is find it. Their advertising rifle range has fallen over. Must have been knocked down in the crush. It's covered in footprints, too. The crowd must have really panicked. Oh, is that Mochi? Mochi? Hey, know where I can buy one of these? Why don't you wish to? Sometime you were thinking of riding Gumshoe on it wearing it on your back. What? How'd you guess? Are you a mind reader, sir? Is that it? It was a joke. I should have known nothing's impossible when it comes to the good detective. We stepped on the Mochi. Mochi? I'm a scout scene, expect anything to catch my attention. How about this little coin here? What's this? A red button. Hey, do you think... Could have been dropped by a red-hooded suspect? Security seems likely. There's something red down there. Hey, Gumshoe, can you see what that is under the stand, please? There's something down here, alright. Let's see. A red raincoat. This must be the one the suspect was wearing. They must have taken it off and hidden it under there before they made their escape. It's a flimsy-looking food stand made of plywood, and it sells samurai dogs. Mr. Edgeworth, got 150 if you know. You're not actually suggesting I subsidize you eating on the job. Oh, no, I didn't mean to. That is, maybe when we're done. Fine. When we have finished investigating, you can have one. And only one, understood? Sorry, sir, I never should have. Wait, did you say I could have one? Yes. Why is something the matter? No, it's just... I wasn't expecting you to... Thanks, sir. Is that now with salt? Just says samurai dogs, now with secure relish. Just in time for spring. So would that be cherry blossom? Cherry relish? Sakura, huh? What does that taste like? Well, Sakura is cherry blossom, so I guess maybe cherries? The blossoms are blossoms, the cherries are cherries, sir. They're totally different things. But you're right, I suppose. So what does Sakura really taste like? This is my kind of mystery. You know, I have a cherry blossom tree. It didn't really bloom this year, though. We had weird weather. Sleeve, it's inside out. The button is missing, too. There's more there. Let's go introduce, though. I'll go and connect these two things. Easy enough. The button we found seems to have come from the racist raincoat. Must have been pulled loose when the killer took it off. Huh? I see it's inside out, too. It was removed in a hurry. Fast enough to tear a button off, no less. I surmise our assassin disposed of their gun and bag in the trash immediately after shooting the president. They slipped in the panicked crowd and moved from the left to the right side of the spectator area. It's because they knew the trajectory of the bullet would point to a shooter on the left side. Finally, they removed the raincoat and hid it under the samurai dog stand. Kira would have needed to get rid of the coat as soon as possible, hence its hurried removal. The fact the right sleeve is inside out is a testament to how quickly it was taken off. Yep, that and the missing button. The question, of course, is, why didn't the same thing happen to the left sleeve? Oh yeah, only the right sleeve is inside out. Indeed, and the button on the left sleeve is still securely attached. So what does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? To answer that question, Detective, I'm going to inspect the raincoat in more detail. Take a close look at the inside of the raincoat. Hey, Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Is that blood? This is a blood stain? Considering where it's located, I'd say the blood belongs to our would-be assassin. Or someone with an injury? Seen an injury, Detective. An injury on their left arm. How do we know that? Example, the right sleeve is inside out, suggesting the left subject removed the raincoat in a hurry. Conversely, the left sleeve is just as we would expect it to be. Therefore, the suspect's left arm was never in the sleeve in the first place. Once we understand that, everything else falls into place. I think there is a blood stain on the left side of the lining of the raincoat because the suspect's arm was too injured to fit through the sleeve. Precisely. At least we can say that there is a good probability that was the case. Mysteries! Mysteries abound. These are starting to fall into place. Alright, we fill up. Take a gumshoe. And you should go and search the crowd for likely suspects. Yes, sir. First character with the injured left arm. Just coming right up, sir. How many think we'll find? You're inspired new look, Ruffles. Taking all them itty-bitty pieces and putting them together like that, you'll have your man in no time. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. The park is still cordoned off, so our would-be assassin should be in that crowd somewhere. Don't let me down, Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth, we found someone who fits the bill perfectly, sir. Wait to have this assassin, Gummy. Hold on, Kay. It's a little soon to be jumping to conclusions. For the moment, they're a person of interest and nothing more. Understood? Okay. No jumping. He's our shooter, sir. I'm sure of it. He's the guy who tried to take out the president. In broad daylight, surrounded by a crowd of witnesses. This is no ordinary assassin. Bring him over here, detective. Carefully. Yes, sir. Come on, boys. You heard me. You heard Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, that's the guy from the hotel. No umbrella and a bandage on his left arm. I'll state your name already. Is that ice cream? Yeah, I recognize him. Is he from the hotel or is he from... Isn't he the assassin from the other show who kidnapped the girl? Well, I'll state your name already. Doe. John Doe. Charmed, I'm sure. John Doe? Not a name you often hear in real life. That's correct. I know this man from somewhere. I'm sure of it. And you are Prosecutor Edgeworth. You know my name? Of course. I have been following the day's developments with some interest. Perhaps you'd care to explain why you've asked to speak with me. In following our investigation, you're no doubt already aware of who we're looking for. Let me ask you, do you recognize this raincoat by any chance? Forgive me, but I am afraid I do not. I see. Well, I believe his owner would be the would-be assassin we were seeking. My, well, isn't that just shocking? The same would-be assassin happens to have an injured left arm. Just like you. All I can tell you is that I had nothing to do with this unfortunate affair. He's got no blood on him, so I feel like it's unlikely. Two avatars stared each other down, their eyes like deadly lasers. Can you tell the readers what happens next? A showdown, that's what. A battle of wits, a battle of words. Did I let him explain any further what he thinks this upcoming battle will entail? No, that's not. Detective Gumshoe. You quite finished leaking my professional strategies to the press. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Thanks a bunch, you big old grouch. As if it would have done any harm. I understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you. But you have no proof that the person is injured as you claim. My left arm may be injured, but I can still use it by right. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella. No raincoat required. So you think you're not wearing a raincoat. Is that correct? It is? And is that so strange? Not everyone wears one, after all. I happen to prefer an umbrella. Take your raincoat over here. They're perfect for when a girl really needs to move. I cannot use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow, or shine, it's my trusty parka every time. Not exactly the line of inquiry I was hoping to pursue. How are we doing on time? 20 minutes. So you see, I'm not your would-be killer. And I'm not in the habit of making baseless accusations, Mr. Doe. Please, I'm just a simple ice cream sale. Oh my. Okay, maybe it is him. Forgive me, my wound seemed to become bleeding again in all the excitement. My raincoat is definitely the assassin. Its head owner also has an injured left arm. I'm on to you, Mr. Doe. It's only a matter of time. Lonely. Hi, Emerald. I understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you.
Hold Hold it!
So you admit that whoever wore the raincoat is a person of interest. I know they are. I was able to follow most of your investigation from the spectator area. One never thinks one can get caught up in such an awful thing as an assassination. But you have no proof this person is injured as you claim.
Hold it!
So I see some proof the owner of the raincoat is an injury? I certainly expect such a renowned prosecutor to have some. Look, I still don't understand how you know who I am. Mr. Edgeworth, you're famous. You probably read about you in the newspaper. I have also been observing you and your work, lest you forget. I'll believe a word he says. I can prove he's lying. We'd be one step closer to apprehending their intruder. I may be injured, but I can still use my right.
Hold it!
It's not quite a serious injury, Mr. Doe. How long ago did it happen exactly? Oh, not long. That's all you got going to say on this subject? Well, certainly made serving ice cream more difficult. It stopped me from holding my umbrella while I work. When it started raining, I opened my umbrella. No raincoat required.
Hold it!
Yet you don't seem to have an umbrella on you at the moment. Didn't the rain stop only a short while ago, just before the shooting? It did indeed. I remember because I was suddenly inundated with my customers. That was less than an hour ago. Are you trying to tell me you lost your umbrella in that short span of time? Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. After all, it only takes a moment for someone to steal an umbrella, especially in a crowd that size. That's entirely possible, I suppose. There's also an umbrella laying on the ground over there. I read about when it was raining, Mr. Edgeworth. That is a fact. You lost that umbrella in the crowd, huh? Guess it's just one of those things. Don't tell me this wound reopening is just one of those things, too. Well, it kind of is, no? That's his left arm is injured. Grass knees. Alright, Steve successful. I want to know how he wipes it clean. As Mr. Doe's, why is he even bleeding? Why is he even bleeding as we speak? You're right. That is pretty suspicious. Unless we need to find something concrete that would lead Mr. Doe to the crime. Alright, let's present some evidence.
Objection!
You seem like a careful man, Mr. Doe, but not quite careful enough. After all, you left something behind. Something of vital importance. I'm afraid you must have been confused with somebody else. It does not belong to me. Or do you claim to have some kind of proof to support your accusation? Arm isn't helping you too much, I hope. Your wound seems to be bleeding again. I'll survive, although I can't pretend it's not something of an inconvenience. Yeah, my deepest sympathies. Because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, you could have perhaps made a clean getaway. What exactly are you insinuating? As we've already established, whoever wore that raincoat was injured. And now I can prove that person was you, with this decisive piece of evidence. He's not sweating, but the ice cream is. See, Mr. Doe, there is a small amount of blood on the inside of this raincoat. Blood belongs to our assassin. That's a neat trick. Pretend the murder of a foreign leader caused you a diplomatic incident. They'll throw the book at you. You can give us the silent treatment all you like. We don't need you to talk. Simple blood test will give us the answer we require. I'll take this for us to compare the blood on your bandages with that on the coat. And that will be that. We have the evidence. Why don't you make it easier on all of us and come clean? Admit you were the one who attempted to assassinate the president of Xingfa. The ice cream critics? I've had ice cream forever. I thought about buying some at the grocery store while I was out, but one, I'm trying to eat healthy, and two, I'm trying not to spend money. So, anyway, I'm not your assassin. You're stubborn, I'll give you that. But if this were a game of chess, you would already be in checkmate. Now do the honorable thing and admit defeat. Doesn't like a man with no moves left to play. Go, you have me. I'll admit it, I was wearing the raincoat. Hey, confess, say the word, and I'll slap the cuffs on him right away. Right now. I did not shoot at the president. What? Mr. Edgeworth, the only thing you have proven is that I was wearing a particular raincoat. As far as I'm aware, that is not a crime. I am no assassin. I'm a simple ice cream seller. When I happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. As a surprise to anyone, his bodyguards sprang into action and those shots rang out. That's when inspectors panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. Are you finally satisfied that I'm telling the truth? As if your story stinks. You don't scare me. The evidence is on our side, you know. It's right there, plain as day. Assassin, and they're wearing a red raincoat. Intriguing, but that is not me. Well, come on. Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today? I do, actually. But then why does he seem so sure of himself? I'm no assassin, I'm a simple ice cream seller.
Hold it!
Simple ice cream seller. A knowledgeable one, I assume. On the subject of ice cream, at least. But of course, ask me anything you wish. I want to know why the cherry is like this, and why is there a stem on the cherry? Shouldn't you take the stem off the cherry? Arg, I don't know the first thing about ice cream. You know what the, most important thing about making ice cream is, of course? Mr. Edgeworth? The most important thing about making ice cream is to approach it with a virtuous heart. What does virtue have to do with anything? Without proper reverence for the craft, I'm afraid all you'll ever make are sweetened crystals of ice. There, I hope that you now see. I don't think there are healthy ice creams, Eric. I don't think it's possible. There are healthier ice creams, but I wouldn't call them healthy. It's like, oh, you know, you can go to a war, you can play Russian roulette. One of them's a little bit safer, but they're both deadly. I wouldn't call either one of them safe activities. Nothing more than an ice cream seller. Oh no, he's doing the trick of making the cone spin too. What happened to me wearing a red raincoat watching the president speak?
Hold it!
Why a raincoat? Why were you not using an umbrella? That's so strange. It was a rainy morning. Most people were wearing a jacket of some kind. Well, I'd say it's pretty strange considering you couldn't get one of your arms into it. Better that than have one of my hands occupied by an umbrella. I had ice cream to serve, after all. Why go to such lengths to avoid testifying to that effect in the first place? Forgive me, I simply hadn't remembered until now. It's been an eventful day, after all. Eventful? Well, I hardly know what else to call it, Mr. Edgeworth. President Dingfall was shot at. I was surprised anyone when his bodyguards sprang into action and then shots rang out.
Hold it!
So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots? Yes, if I recall correctly, they moved first. You said one on the left did. Rather observant, Mr. Doe. Now blessed with keen eyes. His bodyguards are written in the top left corner. One on the left was Rook. It's like Bastion Rook, I believe. Oh, I thought it was like a code name. Expecting no slide from the laser sight. Man is no amateur. Joe knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking. I'd say our friend here is no amateur either. I could append what you just said to your testimony if you don't mind. As you wish. Mark on the left, Bastion Rook was especially quick to respond.
Hold it!
The bark on the left was the first to move. By a smallest fraction, yes. He reacted admirably swiftly. His name was Bastion Rook, did you say? You should assess the situation quite astutely. No more so than anybody else, I'm sure. He's good. He didn't even flinch. Some spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives.
Hold it!
So you yourself didn't start running and screaming? I was hardly in a position to. Oh yeah? What position were you in? Oh, extreme pain. Somebody bumped right into my wounded arm. Hard. It's excruciating. I thought my eyes would pop out of my head. Yeah? Well, they clearly didn't. Of course they didn't, Kay. In any event, the shooter was wearing a red raincoat. We have photographic proof of that. And yet, Mr. John Doe here swears it wasn't him. I was lying through his teeth, I tell you. Look this way, disrespect Mr. Edgeworth, pal. Not on my watch. Calm down, detective. We will get the truth out of him by catching him in a lie. Yes, let's keep at him. Some slip soon enough.
Objection!
It's gotta be this. We're kind of guessing, but as I suspected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe. You're arrested, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh? And tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential bodyguard's names. What? You jest, surely. You were the one who spoke their names aloud. Rook and Knight, was it?
Objection!
We'll know those names thanks to the security plan. Look closely. Only their surnames appear. Maybe all clearly heard you say the name Bastion Rook. How'd you come to possess such information? Information we ourselves didn't have. Seems pretty darn suspicious to me. Well, how did you know? Explain yourself. It was merely a slip of the tongue. What? Not a lie. He is the assassin, just like we said. Come now, miss. It's a little soon to be jumping to such conclusions. I like how all his expressions are going into the ice cream. Like, he's completely expressionless. That's just cool. Neat trick. Oh, it's a monocle! He's got a monocle eye! I like it. I did know the names, yes. And the reason for that is, well, I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted. What? We have something of a connection. And his is a name I can never forget. Think we're stupid, pal? Stop lying. I'm not lying. I am, as I've always been, a simple ice cream seller. And an acquaintance of Bastion Rook. Yes.
Objection!
And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that? It's easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller, right? Correct? Please, you're more than welcome to ask him. Although I think that might be difficult right now. I'd imagine he's rather busy ensuring the president's safety. I suppose you're able to speak with him. And he does deny that he and I are acquainted. How would that help you prove I was the shooter?
Objection!
If you weren't the shooter, why not take off your raincoat? Because it was no longer raining. In fact, it had grown quite warm. Or better let my wound breathe, no? Or would you rather I had let it fester? Is he actually going to worm his way out of this? I know it's cherry. But it's acting like a monocle. Alright, do we need to kill the ads? How are we doing on time? We still got 6 minutes. Let's go ahead and do a 2.5 minute one, and I'll be right back, okay? So we put up the brushing. It's probably a pretty good point to give it a shot. Alright, 2.5 minutes. I'll be right back, okay? And boop. sort of back. Where'd my phone go? I don't know how I got in my bedroom, but also, why does it keep disconnecting from the chat? That chat keeps disconnecting, but all the other ones seem to be okay. So something weird is going on. I'm worried if we're going to lose connection at some point, but we seem to be going fine now. Hey, what are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Hurry up and arrest the man. He's clearly guilty. Thought he'd be in jail already. You might be willing to arrest a man without sufficient proof, but I'm not. No, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. There's got to be something you can do. Shocking scenes here, as the culprit seems all but certain to escape justice. So it seems the court of public opinion has spoken. Very well. As I will clearly be viewed with suspicion no matter what I say, I might as well share what I know. What do you know? What's his ankle here? I saw them. I saw another person with a red hood. What? Are you kidding? It's the person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed him just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. The outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention. As did the laser beam that was aiming directly at the president's head. It came there was another red-hooded person. Preposterous. If anyone saw me dressed similarly to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself. And so naturally, I removed my raincoat.
Objection!
So not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing exactly the same thing as you. Oh, how very convenient. I thought you might find it far-fetched, hence my not mentioning it until now. Alright, so I think something might be going on somewhere. Twitch is definitely having issues. But it doesn't, like, I'm not dropping any frames. Hopefully, has the audio been okay? Hopefully it's been fine. I know we had issues on Saturday with the audio. But, yeah, my chat is disconnected twice, but my stream seems to be going fine. We're fine here? Okay. Have I heard anything? Okay, good, good, good. Many law enforcement people are very skeptical of types. You would never believe me. Especially not if I had said that the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor. I know you don't mean me. I wasn't even summoned until after the shooting. No, not you, Mr. Edgeworth. Your colleague over there. Huh? With me? Yes, the photograph will prove it, I'm sure. See right there in front of the person with the red hood. That's me, yes, but what exactly are you saying? What's his endgame here? As I mentioned, I have been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth. And while pounding the details, I noticed something strange. Strange? What exactly? Come now, a man of your talents should be more than capable of spotting a contradiction such as this. I'm afraid I don't follow. Picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. But there's nothing weird about that, is there? Think carefully. The picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence you've gathered is inconsistent with what we see here. What is Mr. Doe talking about? Which piece of evidence is inconsistent with what's in this picture? Wait.
Take that!
Oh, of course. The tape. It contradicts the photograph. Ah, so you have noticed it last. What's going on about, Mr. Edgeworth? Someone's missing. Someone who should be here. Huh? But who? Tabby Lloyd! Where is she? She said she was standing next to them, or was right behind them. Where is she? Who indeed? First was making this photograph.
Take that!
Huh? Miss Lloyd? How'd you figure that? Spain's voice can clearly be heard on the Miss Lloyd's tape, considering that he was conducting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor. Oh, there were these two old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn time. She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape. You're right, but she's not in the picture. Precisely. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, you still believe that you have been hounding the right person? No. Miss Lloyd, do you mind answering a few questions? Maybe reverse your jacket. Remember she said her jacket is reversible? Whoa, y'all are fixing to put me under the microscope now? Red liner, look, you see the red liner on the side. Are you sure? Knock yourselves out. I got nothing to hide. Like I was standing still the whole time. Now I was running all over, reporter style, and that was a big old crowd. This picture must take a while I was in one spot, that indicates from where I was in another. So quit giving me the evil eye. I ain't nothing but a misunderstanding. No doubt about the voice on the tape. And Mr. Payne, the chief prosecutor. I'm certain of it. Tabby would lie to us. I know she wouldn't. But if she did, that would mean that she's our perp. Y'all quit messing with me. As if I could have done anything like that. Little old me. I might be inclined to believe you. Your testimony didn't contain a glaring inconsistency. It does? I thought it was pretty good. Seems like I have no choice but to present her with the evidence and expose the contradiction.
Hold it!
Why would you be moving around if your main aim was to record the president's speech? What now? How do you mean? Surely the speech would have been best recorded from a single consistent position. Well, see, that is, oh yeah, ambiance. That's the word I was looking for. Gotta capture the ambiance. Can't put that electric atmosphere down in print if you don't have a bunch of it on tape for inspiration. Should our chief was to fill the tape with unwanted background noise. Our question of my methods now? How do you stand still, right? I was running all over roving reporter style, and that was a big old crowd.
Hold it!
You're running all over where exactly? Here, there, and everywhere, I guess. What, y'all know about all over means? I think I remember exactly where I was and when in the crowd like that. What do y'all want from me? I'd like to at least tell us whether you were to the left or to the right of the stage. The left? Yeah, left, I think. Sorry, the picture's on the left-hand side, too. Coincidence? This picture must have been taken while I was in one spot and the tape's from when I was in another.
Hold it!
The fact that you're not in the picture is to be expected. Is that what you're trying to tell us? Surely is. I got your pals on the prosecutors on tape while I was in one part of the crowd. And then that picture was snapped while I was off someplace else. Look at it that way, and it all makes perfect sense. Your assertion then is that the picture and your recording were taken at different points in the speech. Yep. Time's everything. You learn that soon enough in this line of work. I can prove that the two things did happen at the same time. Your entire defense will come tumbling down. Give me the evil eye. Ain't nothing but a misunderstanding. Evil eye, are you suggesting that I might be attempting to intimidate a witness? No, I'm just suggesting you lighten up a little. Around that way for too long and no stick. Ain't nothing so bad as the little smile can't make it better. Wouldn't you say, Ruffles? I'm investigating the shooting of a president, Miss Lloyd. A smile is highly unlikely to help with that. So proclaimed the prosecutor, all the while beaming from ear to ear. Paragraph ends. And perhaps what I ought to do is deploy maybe an evil eye on her next time. I just can't get a read on her. But I don't feel like she's hiding anything super bad either. I guess she doesn't seem to be ill-intentioned. But who knows if that means something much worse is lying just underneath. Regardless, we must put aside her immediate impressions. Her actions are on the record, and proof that contradicts her testimony. Alright, so let's look at our evidence. I mean, it can only be the tape. That's...
Objection!
It's gotta be the tape. What else could it be? That's the only thing that shows time. Miss Lloyd, it's imperative for a reporter not to lie, wouldn't you say? You're dang right it is. And I don't lie. And yet, the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time. What? You can't prove that. But I can. The evidence right here in these pictures. One picture shows something that lines up precisely when you were making your recording. Our picture indicates that it must have been taken at the same time as Miss Lloyd's recording. I assume it's this. Fist in the air.
Take that!
See here? The president has his fist raised. And? What about it? Would you be so kind as to play us the tape again? No, I see, it ain't that simple. What if I were to tell you that you don't have to choice? You don't make it easy, do you, Ruffles? Remember, we are concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. An organization, no matter how big, is above the law. There's such fist in the air as excitement reaches fever pitch. That's the moment right there. Correct. We've now confirmed when it occurred in the recording. Which means Tabby should be in the picture too. And she is right there for all to see. Miss Lloyd is in fact the person with the red hood. What? Oh, the bear trap is live! Look at that! So you're a shooter, huh? No. I don't even own a jacket like that. That's right. From everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is... like most neither of them. He doesn't? Then who does it belong to, sir? If you haven't worked it out, who else could it belong to, do you think? It beats me, sir. Who? Get back to you on that. Remember how long you've been working as prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, well. Person red hood was you, Miss Lloyd. And therefore, the owner of the red raincoat must be you. You're the only person it could belong to. As you show us for injury to prove it. Huh? What do you mean? What's the red raincoat? Or have you forgotten about it already? Oh, that red raincoat! Of course. It's been turned off, and there's a blood stain just inside the left side. Okay. That's right. From everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is... Or proven the red raincoat belongs to Miss Doe. Mr. Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, wearing something else. They also happen to have a red hood. So there were two people with red hoods all along? Indeed. Mr. Doe's last statement was true. Wait, we only found one red raincoat. Where's the other one? Ice cream seller never mentioned a raincoat. Only a red hood. Tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd. Huh? This whole thing? Well, the best thing about it, like I said, is if you get mud on such on it. It's reversible, see? So you just turn inside out and... Eek! Who keeps resetting the bear trap? Just as I thought. To the inside of her hood. It's red. That's right. And when the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible. What's going on here? What were you really up to, pal? Oh, wait, I never even wore it that way around. I asked you to allow us to examine it. We can confirm that for ourselves. Y'all are going to confirm that? How exactly? It was raining right up until the president's speech, correct? That must have been established already. As you yourself said. Heck, I don't use it either. Come rain, sleets, snow, or shine, it's my trusty parka every time. Can't reverse your parka since the rain. Inside should be dry. Well, wait a sec now. Got this big old backpack on, see, so I can't take off my jacket. Yeah. Maybe I could show you all some other time? Thinking she said that week is gonna wash Mr. Edgeworth? Aww. Well, what are you waiting for? You're innocent, take it off and show us. It wasn't me, I swear. I never shot the dang president. I could never. That's true, Miss Lloyd, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today? I'm sorry, Ruffles. There's something I never told you. something I couldn't. But I'll come clean, I promise. Just go easy on me now, you hear? Hold it! Who said that? Hold your horse, it's a little soon for the end game. It goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor. You lost this one the moment you made your opening move. That's one of the men from Kay's photograph. That's Knight. Guess I better introduce myself. That seems excessive. And dangerous. Name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard. And second in command of his security detail. And he's from Texas. Eek. Went that thing someplace else, pal. What the heck's wrong with you? Sorry, I can't help myself. It's just too much fun being this good. You're not a member of the law enforcement, so how did you get a gun? This old girl's on loan from Zingfa. Temporarily issued to the presidential bodyguards. Anyway, never mind that. I got 2 tidbits of news for you. You want the good or the bad first? Choice is yours. I'm indifferent, whichever you prefer. Really? You're giving up the first move? It ends just like that? Whatever. Your loss. Guess I'll push out the first pawn then. Well, you still got the shotgun king. Remember that. So you play a little chess, I take it. Fellow fan, are you Mr. Red Suit? Name's Edgeworth, and you could say I dabble. Duly noted, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, I'll start with the good news. Guys, it's okay. Didn't suffer so much as a scratch. He didn't? That's a relief. Took you for the young lady here. That means there's no longer a murder charge on the table. That's good news, huh, Tabby? Yeah, because I'd never... Now, the bad news. The only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did anyway, our boss. Put himself in the line of fire. You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook. Yeah, it's game over for him. No way. Rook is dead? A genuine loss. So you're saying that Tabby... Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague. My brother in arms. Oh, heck no, I didn't do it. I didn't kill anybody. I could never. I'd shut my mouth if I were you. Murderer. Sure, we did what we had to do. We did what we had to do. Sacrifice one of our pieces to protect the king. To lose someone like him during a castling, it's a real shame. Castling? What's that even mean? It's a chess term. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where a rook switches places within a king. Why didn't he just say so? Mr. Knight, was it? Yeah? What? We need to see the victim's body right away. If possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions. Sorry, no can do. Why not? That's the third piece of news. It's the piece you're gonna like the least. I thought you said there were only 2. National Police Force of Zingfa will be heading the things from here. What? Oh, we're gonna see what's his name again, though? A wolf guy. You better be kidding, pal. This investigation was assigned to us. We're not about to hand it over. You're the Edgeworth, right? The one who solved the Yadagara suitcase? Hasn't mentioned you. I'm honored to have warranted his attention. Makes sense that the chief prosecutor would assign this one to you. Wait, did the chief assign me to appease the president? That was a mistake. A big one. You should have given the case to somebody with a spine. You're free to take it up with President Wang. You do enjoy diplomatic incidents, that is. Arg! You're coming with me. We'll continue this on the presidential plane. No, No. I never did nothing, I swear. You can do this the hard way if you like, but in Zingfa, justice is served one way or another. Waffles, come on. You gotta help me out here, please. Miss Lloyd. She's the one in the red hood. There's no denying that now. I can't help feeling we still don't know the whole truth behind this case. Vincent, you gotta believe me. Alright, we already got 2 twists now. Can I really let this happen? Is really how it ends? Look in her eyes. Back in her voice as she begs me to help her. This is no act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared. Let him take her, we'll never know what really happened. Eek! Well? Huh? What the? Get your filthy hands off of... Quiet now. Is that really any way to beat me? Your neck has barely begun to heal and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. Well, it's you. Ah, so you do remember. What do you think you're doing, pal? Put the knife down and give up. Give up. You got some nerve pulling a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers. Don't even think about it. You don't stand a chance against this guy. Who are you really, Mr. Doe? Let's just say that I'm no simple ice cream seller. The guy's a pro, a hitman. His name is... Shelly the Killer. Oh, yeah. The Killer. I remember that. There's not a legal professional in the country that doesn't know that name. An assassin capable of taking out any target, any place, anytime. This isn't the first time our paths have crossed. Been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. But of course, this is the first time we've met face to face. You're the assassin we've been looking for? In a sense, yes. A certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract did indeed specify I was to assassinate President Wang. I swear I've seen this picture in one of my old files before, but... Arrgh, how could I have been so careless? My bandage proved useful for bringing a knife into the park undetected. But I must calculate in certain other regards. Oh, you didn't bring a gun? Now, shall we play a little game, Mr. Knight? I know how fond you are of such diversions. Stakes must be high in order for it to be fun, of course. Shall we wager, say your life? What do you want from me? I'd like for you to allow Mr. Edgeworth to remain in charge of the case. He what? What are you up to, Keller? I would simply like our mutual friend to see things through to their conclusion. Huh? But why? Bastion Rook was a man of great skill, one with whom I felt a certain connection. It's only right that the truth behind his death be brought to light. With Mr. Rook's departure, the case is now yours to investigate, is it not, Mr. Knight? I'm simply asking you to transfer that authority to Mr. Edgeworth. It's not something worth losing your life over, surely. Just using the investigation as an excuse to get close to the President. Am I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need to attend to the presidential plane. You think I'm going to let you near him? And I'm his chief bodyguard. Are you? And here I thought you were only second in command. Rook's not around. That means I'm number one. I wonder if you have what it takes to step into such capable shoes. You, of course I do. I'm the leader now. Me. If that is indeed the case, then I would ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. Will you needlessly throw away your life, or will you allow the investigation to continue? Nung! Is he really doing this to gain access to the President? Does he even need to? What is he plotting? You have no objections, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth? Come, let's continue the investigation. Well, what do you do, sir? It seems we have little choice but do as we're told. I said, listen, detective, and listen well. I'll buy some time as I investigate. Meanwhile, you gather the other officers. Have them surround the plane to make absolutely certain that there is no way we can escape. Yes, sir. You got it. I thought this was a tutorial. It's really going. It's really going. I thought we'd get into the next case today. With the death of Bastion Rook and the revelation that Shelly the Killer was in our midst. It's taken a turn we could never have predicted. Mr. Knight ordered that the door to the presidential plane be opened, and the emergency personnel attending to Mr. Rook's body were asked to leave. With seeing clear, we stepped cautiously aboard. Why is it so slow? Huh, no president in sight. Now where could he be? Who knows? So he's hiding behind the bulkhead door over there, is he? As courageous in the face of danger as ever. Sorry to disappoint, but... do you seriously expect him to be standing here, waiting to meet his assassin? As we've already established, my interest lies only in the successful conclusion of this investigation. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, you should be so kind as to examine the body. Well, I went through the bulletproof vest, right? My option right now is to play along. This is up to you, Detective Gumshoe. The assassination of the president. Yeah, I get it. So you think the assassination of the president has become the murder of a bodyguard? Hey, you look like you could use a little help there, Mr. Edgeworth. Not that I need it, but yes. That's what I thought. Then there's nothing else for it. Hey, Faraday, great thief extraordinaire will just have to take it from here. I gotta sneeze again. I'm so sneezy. Also, why is it so cold? I guess it's cooler today. What was the weather today? High of 70. Yeah, that's probably why it's cool today. We're gonna have nice weather for a couple weeks. We got nothing above 79. Okay, Faraday, great thief extraordinaire will just have to take it from here. Oh, really? You mean you're going to solve the case for me? Nope. I thought not. But I will provide vital assistance. Let's get scouring the crime scene from top to bottom. Is that the guy from, That's My Neighbor or whatever? That's Not My Neighbor? You take Detective Gumshoe a while to assemble our backup. You draw us part of the investigation out for as long as possible. 2 gas masks, in case of a poison gas attack, I suppose. It certainly seems to think he's at risk of assassination at all times. Oh, gas masks, I've never seen one before. I've heard plenty about them, of course. Oh, from a fellow thief, I presume. No, from the Diamond Ninja. You know, my favorite kids' TV show. Princess Murasaki was getting married, but Toxic Ninja Wolfsbane showed up to lay down some sick burns. And time to tune out. Might save myself a brain cell or two. What's this? Someone's left an inflatable boat and an oar here. Probably so it's ready to go at any time. There's only 1 oar. You can still row with 1 oar, you know. Let's look at the body last. Solid circular life preserver, designed to be used in case of an emergency on the water. Or rather the sea, to be more precise. Oh, the sea, I love the sea. We should go sometime. Everyone would have to make that particular trip without me. Oh, don't be like that. Come on, it'll be fun. We can have lobster rolls, ice cream, all that good stuff. Someone tells me that this isn't the main attraction. For you, is it? Rice shield, and next to it, a canary in a cage. Oh, she's so sweet. I want one. Did you ever see a cuter partner in crime? Partner in crime? Oh yeah, she could help me with lockpicking. Stuff like that. A great thief has no greater ally than nature, Mr. Edgeworth. Sadly, such birds are most commonly used for detecting poisonous gases. Wait, this one isn't actually for that, is it? Actually, that was my first thought as well. I'm scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. What are these things? These personal safety alarms are very colorful. It looks like they get a lot of use as well. I like the president. He seems like a thoughtful guy. Buying these for his kids, maybe his wife too. Why would they all be here if that was the case? But these are for his own personal use. Objection, Your Honor. It's simply not possible one person uses many personal alarms. Why you ask? Because he's human, therefore possesses only 2 hands. 20 hands wouldn't be enough to count the number of objections I have to that objection. Is he the Cowardly Lion? That looks heavy. This is what a president wears, huh? Must be made of something super special. Wait, the bullet stopped here. You expect him from bullets. What, so it's not just for show? Of course not. This is a bulletproof vest. Wait, it's the president's? Oh, so that's what one of those looks like. Why didn't you say so? Now I feel silly. Document of some kind. We could always steal a glance. Okay, this is the first one. Oh yeah, like the one from the trash can. This one's, the other one's from the 24th. Precisely. Wait, something feels off. Same rough dagger in the stage area. Yeah, like the other security plane we found. One from earlier, you mean? I'm sure of it. What could it mean? Powers deduction to work.
Eureka!
The two plans are different. Was the security detail reorganized at some point? Huh? Oh, you're right. They made some last-minute change yesterday. President's orders. Why the urgency? Because what happened the day before. The killer here tried to take him down. He infiltrated the security detail, posed as one of us. Brooke figured it out first, but not before the guy got within striking distance of the president. If our leader hadn't stepped in just then, we'd have been out of a job. But he made it, and our friend here wound up with a seriously twisted arm. Brooke pulled a bullet in for good measure, too. Hey, where were you while this was happening? You were the first one I overpowered, were you not? Oh, that's embarrassing. Shut up, kid. Ah, now I get it. Your neck has barely begun to heal and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. That's you! What's up, my neck's so bad I can't even look to my right. Someone astonished to have sustained an injury at all. Testament to Mr. Rook's skill. He was truly a master of his craft. Unlike a certain other someone I could mention. Well, I'm just as good as he ever was. You're a pawn to his queen, my young friend. What the heck do you know? So that's why you remember Mr. Rook's name. You admired his skills as a bodyguard. Indeed, while I was serving on the team, I learned the names of all the operatives. His in particular stayed with me. He joined the very short list of those who have ever successfully wounded me. That's the connection he was talking about. That's why we changed up the security plan. Had to be sure there weren't any more assassins in the ranks. I didn't want anybody on the stage he didn't trust, and he trusts only two people. Me and Rook. Oh yeah, all the pawns are gone. I didn't notice that. How's that explain your change of position? Oh yeah, well he said he can't look to the right, so he had to go to the left. Switch over to the right-hand side. I told you, I can't turn my neck to the right. I can only cover the president's left side. So I want to move to the right side of the stage. Alright, what is this thing? A curious figure of a curious animal with a curious expression staring straight at me. And look, there's a big lever right by its butt. Don't even think about it. Oh, I wasn't thinking anything, I swear. I mean, I was thinking about it. I imagine that lever opens the panels beneath my feet. Ah, I see. So you're standing on a trapdoor. I strongly advise you not to pull it. Do so and you will regret it. You know, I'm okay with taking some advice, especially when it's from a professional killer. I guess everything, probably. It's to make a monitor displaying camera feeds from in and around the plane. What is that one? Must have seen inspect anything that's to catch my attention. Well, that catches my attention. What is this, though? What on earth is this? Oh, that is the president's favorite plushie. It's a memento of something. Anyway, don't touch. That's the case, then why has it been left out there like nobody cares about it? Yeah, it is pretty weird. Certainly wouldn't be the first place I would think to display a beloved item. Wait, are those shards of glass underneath it? Well, something seems strange about this cubbyhole, and now I'm sure of it. There's almost certainly another monitor here. These monitors are displaying the cockpit and the parts of the plane's exterior. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. This monitor is displaying a feed of this very room. They didn't go cheap when they bought these, huh? Very high res. I'm afraid I can't quite tell myself, but you see little crow's feet around your eyes. Oh, my bad. Use deeply etched lines, you know, on your forehead. If you're quite finished... That's the outside of the plane. Most intruders cannot hope to approach without being spotted. For such measures would be mere child's play in my case. Oh, you're saying you can get past cameras like these without being seen? Of course, with ease. You have to teach me how, please. Are you taking on apprentices by any chance? Okay, you realize who you're talking to, don't you? Sorry. Had to ask, though. What a great skill for a great thief to know. Unfortunately for you, I'm not the type to take on understudies. You're not, huh? Shame. Shame? In what way exactly? Alright, nothing left. President's on the other side of this door. And what a door it is. But I can get the better of it, though. Get the better of it? Doors aren't there to be beaten. Oh, look how heavy it is. Look at that lock. It's just sitting there begging me to try it. Calm down, Kay, and think. Why might this door be locked? For me to open it, of course. Precisely, for you to open it, of course. Wait, what is the right answer, anyway? There's a wide section of protective equipment here. Bulletproof vest, hazmat gear. No, wait, there's even a spacesuit. I get the sense that the president thinks he's very much in need of protection at all costs. What if he was in a gunfight, and there was a poison gas everywhere? And he was in space. What would he do then, huh? Do guns even work in space? A handgun work in space. Yes. They have an internal oxidizer. Okay. Cool. Good to know. So gun would work in space. So we could get in a gunfight in space, but then where did the poison gas go? Oh well. They simply put on the bulletproof vest, the hazmat gear, and the spacesuit. That's probably easier said than done. Alright, take a look at the body. Can I say inspect anything that catches my attention? Well, seems to enter just under his armpit and went clean through his body. Okay, so it was not his thing. He was in an area that his bulletproof vest didn't cover. I think it was on purpose or something, huh? Cause of death would appear to be loss of blood. This were made to staunch it, but to no avail. It kinda does. And I guess the Knights does kind of resemble a knight. Thanks must have been brought in to try to save him. Sadly, it's too little too late. The victim was also carrying a revolver. It's like he was trying to use it. Prior to it on instinct, we felt threatened. Checked to see if he managed to fire any rounds off. No, all there, and no other signs of his weapon had been used. Was this one alone from Zengfa too? Yep, sure was. Always used with the same model gun. It's a bullet from its attaché case. Bodyguards use them to shield their clients from gunfire. Some case photograph too. Every night each had one. Alright, that's a photo I snatched. I still a photo at a public event, Kay. I'm snatching up a moment in time with every picture I take, you know? Take a snatch your new favorite word. Heh, maybe. This victim, Mr. Bastion, Rook, bodyguard to the president of Zengfa. He's one of the guys that brought the president inside as soon as the shooting started. Which means he continued to do his duty right up until his dying breath. Guess he'll get posthumously promoted. Okay, it's better to know when to say nothing at all, to end up with your foot in your mouth. Well, what do you mean? I mean, bodyguards don't even operate on the same rank promotion system as police in the first place. It's a trapdoor connected to the lever on the curious figure. If we were to open it, everyone would fall through, Mr. Rook. Mr. the Killer. Don't even think about it. I wouldn't dream of thinking up ways to take you down. I suggest you keep your monologues internal. Okay, we got everything. Alright, let's see if we can put some pieces together. We should have a lot of pieces now. I connect those pieces. 2 bullets were fired in total. We know it's because 2 shots were heard. One traveled through the flag into the balloon. The other took Mr. Rook's life. There's a bullet in the president's vest, too, right? How's that possible? Now, indeed. Numbers don't add up. However, there's one possible explanation. There is? Had passed through his body, the bullet that took Mr. Rook's life then found itself lodged in the vest. In other words, 2 of our bullets were found, in fact 1. No way. He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, things could have been a lot worse. He wasn't injured at all by the impact. Even if struck by a vest, a bullet could inflict serious damage. Sure, no guys got broken bones that way. The president's okay. He's made of strong stuff. Also, it already went through somebody, so it lost a lot of force. It's not like he didn't even need a vest. Let's not get carried away here. All that bullet's ballistic markings analyzed. Remember what those are again? Guns leave a unique pattern of grooves on every bullet they fire. By examining these grooves, we can use them to identify which gun it came from. Think of them with fingerprints of the sort. You can tell all that from a bullet? Then what are we waiting for? Analyze away! Might be easier said than done. That bullet hit solid armor. The impact will have completely flattened it. We'd be lucky if there's anything left for forensics to find. What? I was all set for some analyzing. What if we get the one that went through the balloon? The two guns are exactly the same. I mean, it's likely that the one we found is also from Xingfa. Bodyguards all got their guns from the Xingfa authorities, right? Yes. Are they, like, super rare or anything? No, I don't believe so. This model is exactly easy to come by in this country, but it's certainly not impossible either. Boo! And here I thought there might be valuable treasures. Yes, it's something of a shame. Well, I just mentioned treasures, you actually responded for once. I mean to point out that if guns were rare, it would be much easier to trace them. Which would make them treasures of the evidence variety, I suppose. Ah, see? Everything's a treasure hunt one way or another, including the investigation. You can say that. Alright then. It's treasure hunting time. On with the investigation. Sure seems a lot more enthusiastic all of a sudden. That's quite enough investigating, for now. What's taking so long, Detective Gumshoe? Well, Mr. Edgeworth? Have you solved the case? No, not yet. Is that so? Perhaps interviewing another key witness might help you do so. Another witness? Who? You don't mean the most important witness of all, the man on the other side of that door. He intends to have me question the president. Now, if you would be so kind as to summon him, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop by there, to killer. You're nuts, you think I'll let him anywhere near you. Well, Mr. President, I'm sure you're watching us through your security feed, aren't you? In which case, I'd quite request you show yourself. That is, if you value your bodyguard's life. Grr. Well then, nothing else, we now know what kind of man you really are. The Cowardly Lion. Mr. President. Stop, you can't do this. So I'll just calm down, alright? Come on, Detective, where the blazes are you? Eek! The lights! What's happening? Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth. I would advise you to stay very still. Seems I would not be granting my audience for the president after all. Even with Mr. Knight's life as my bargaining chip. No, stop! Nunga! Eek! Okay, you won't get away with this, to killer. I've seen enough. And now I know the truth. Where are you? Where did you go? Arg! I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. Worth. Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe? Sir, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I thought this guy would be dead. He took the life raft. Must have been knocked unconscious. Sir, you okay? Are you alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Never mind me, he didn't hurt you, did he? Okay? No, I'm fine. Only just woke up myself. That will be sore for a while, but that's about it. So you can't stop your worrying. Detective, did you manage to stop the killer? Well, you see, Miss Lloyd came running out of the plane and, showed us he'd fallen into the coop. We were too late. I'm sorry, sir. Bodyguard over there told us something, too. Since there's an inflatable boat missing from by the window. He must have stolen it and rowed himself across the lake. About a coordinate around the park. I called everybody back in to stake out the plane. including the guy stationed across the water. No, so he's completely slipped through our fingers. Not the best look for the department, but yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Knight, you're alive. Yeah, no thanks to that murderer. Well, that reminds me. I found this lying on the ground next to you, Mr. Edgeworth. A calling card, marked with the seashell. Oh, that's the killer symbol, right? In case you wanted to leave a message. He usually leaves these next to the bodies of his victims. I wish you're not dead, sir. But I could have been. Maybe that's the message. I can't stop thinking about his parting words. I've seen enough, and now I know the truth. I leave the rest in your capable hands. Mr. Edgeworth. Didn't really have a choice, Jayborn. And now I know the truth. The truth about what? Roger that. I'll clear out here, sir. Over. What's going on? How's President? He's coming out. Now? Look at his muscles! If he was wearing that suit, he was wearing the thing under his suit. This must be a different suit. This is President Singfam, Mr. Dijun Wang. Dijun... Is that a pun? I don't get it. Dijun Wang? Dijun Wang? Dijun Wang? I don't know. And you are? It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President. My name is Miles Edgeworth. The honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth. I am Dijun Wang. The efforts on behalf of Xingfa have not gone unnoticed. Yeah, I've heard of something of a crisis. Must be referring to the Yadagar suitcase. Thank you, sir, but all I did was solve a few local cases of murder. You're too humble. I have been observing your investigation. You're an impressive operator, Mr. Edgeworth, even if the killer did get away. That's very kind of you to say. So he was watching through a security feed. Sadly, I must inform you. This is as far as your investigation goes. What do you mean? Hear me, foolish prosecutor. For I shall say this only once. Now it surprised me at the state of affairs. Now from this point forward, the case will be handled by Xingfa's police force, finest in the world. Get me clear out of the picture, they're still looking to get me thrown out of the case. What do you think you're doing, pal? Nobody talks to Mr. Edgeworth like that. Hadn't been for him, the killer would have... Detective. Forgive him, Mr. President, but I must confess to being somewhat confused. I fail to see how or why this case falls within Xingfa's jurisdiction. You fail to see? Enough, puny prosecutor. You seek explanations from a head of state? I say no, 1,000 times no. I will not explain myself to you. I hand over the evidence you have gathered, and remove yourself from this plane. We got hugs, Fox! Casual hugs. Does he satisfy with you, Mr. Edgeworth? I think he's trying to say night. This can't really be the end of the line, can it? Okay, just hand it over. Why? Why let us come so far, only to pull the case out from under us? Now you may leave. Knight, detain the suspect. Yes, sir, right away. Make an attempt on my life? Murder one of my faithful servants? The effrontery, the villainy. I didn't murder nobody. Because I... Shut your mouth, Miss Journalist. Answer me this. In a world already laws with lies, with deception, with sin and iniquity. Can we stand by and suffer yet another crime to go unpunished? I say no, 1,000 times no. There can be no forgiveness. There can be no surrender. Why, you ask me? Then I will tell you. He's adding something. I'm certain of it. And if I leave now, we'll never know the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, there's got to be something we could do. Think, Miles. Remember. How many times have you faced situations like this in the courtroom? You've confronted the lies of witnesses and countered the arguments of other lawyers. Has critical evidence always been laid at your feet? No. Yet you always got the truth out of the situation in the end. You're the greatest weapon of all. Your words. Do we have to play Mind Chess again? Yep, here we are. Now let's analyze the state of play. Do you go on Peter Prosecutor, or do you dare defy the direct order of the President? He's not going to listen. He clearly means to drown out any objections by means of pure rhetorical force. When an opponent is on the offensive, the best thing I can do is buy my time, wait for an opening. As for himself, he's head of state. He sees his politician, he won't open himself up to an attack easily. Can't let him bully me into submission. I have to stay calm and alert. I can read his movements and expressions correctly. I may be able to find my movement. The first aim should be to find out why he's insisting on Xingfa taking over the case. Board is set. Time to make my opening gambit. Can this explain to me why I'm off the case? Imbecile, cease your insolent jabbering. I explain myself to you. My reasons are my own. They are none of your concern. I won't take this any further. I need a clue of some kind. Try to attack for now. It's about the case. Did I give you permission to speak? No, 1,000 times no. I'm the leader of Xingfa. I have no time for your insolent backchat. I was hoping to confirm one basic fact. You say that the investigation will now be assigned to your National Police Force. I do. Now enough of your pointless questions. Humph, good boy. The interior of this plane is the sovereign territory of Xingfa. You have no rights here. Is that so? Maybe our current location itself is significant somehow? Keep that in mind. Pretty useful clue. Let me tell you why I'm off the case. That's the time to employ my clue. In the course of our conversation, I've deduced certain facts from your behavior, Mr. President. For example, you seem particularly aggressive when discussing our current location. Humph, you smarmy smart aleck. As you said yourself, the presidential plane is the sovereign territory of Xingfa. And from that we can infer that you believe the rules of extraterritoriality apply inside here. Is that correct? Enough. Cease your objectionable whining. If you have nothing else to say, stop wasting my time and get out of my sight. No, maybe there is such a thing as biding my time too much. Can't blow me on the back foot. I have to stay calm and alert. I can read his movements and expressions correctly. Find an opening. I already did this. We already did this. Okay. Things getting too hot for you? You can rant and roar all you like, but you won't escape my scrutiny. It is unmistakable. The moment I mentioned extraterritoriality, you became visibly agitated. Do I get my time bar back? You think you're clever, don't you? Let me answer your little question. It's true, extraterritoriality applies. Your laws mean nothing here. And why does that matter, you ask? It matters because it means you are powerless. You have neither influence nor authority here. Interesting. So extraterritoriality issue does have something to do with all this. Heh. Let's dig a little deeper into the claims that the plane is sovereign territory, shall we? Next move will surely decide the victor. Maybe the president, but nobody is untouchable. I just have to find the right angle of attack. Maybe the extraterritoriality applies here? Can you prove it? Do you understand what you are asking? Of course. If I didn't, I wouldn't ask it. Have you no shame? Calling it into question the good word of one such as myself? No more time for this. You clearly cannot be saved from your own foolishness. You needn't worry about me. I'm not the one who needs saving. I mean Miss Lloyd, the woman who is being wrongfully accused of this crime. Your chivalry is admirable, but changes nothing. The right to extraterritoriality cannot be denied. This is Xingfa. If I want to take this any further, I'll need a clue of some kind. Kind of attack for now. You see that you have overplayed your hand. Nobody asked for your opinion. You can only obey me, nothing else. You must have really asked me now what a massive corner you've talked yourself into. Worthless, meaningless, bluster. I'm pathetic ploy to buy time, perhaps? I mean, it was a little pathetic to chime in like here. Bloom in the back foot needs to convert. You dare tell me how to govern? How to lead? You dare contradict me? On the matter of Miss Lloyd's guilt? Yes, I do. No, she's guilty. She's a culprit. There's nothing left to debate. You must realize by now what a massive corner you've talked to. No good. Oh no. I'm in trouble. Okay, do it. Must realize by now what am I? Oh no. I'm not doing good. I lost. There's no time. I ran out of time. Who else could have fired from the outside of the plane? There's no other viable suspect. Fascinating. Just claiming that Miss Lloyd fired at him from outside the plane. This could be a vital clue. Ran out of time. The question's out now. Curses. Can we do it again? Oh, we only lost like a little bit. Can't go up now. I have to keep pushing. Now, once more onto the beach. Do we start over, or do we what? Yeah, we got on the matter of Miss Lloyd's guilt? Yes, I do. No, she's guilty. She's culprit. There's nothing left to debate. Those could have fired from outside the plane. There's no other viable suspect. Fascinating. This could be a vital clue. The extra trial applies here, but can you prove it? You even understand what you're asking? Of course, if I didn't, I wouldn't ask it. Have you no shame? Calling into question the good word of someone such as myself? No time for this. Ah, crap. You need to worry about me. I'm not the one who needs saving. That would be Miss Lloyd, the one who was being wrongfully accused of this crime. Sure is admirable, but changes nothing. Right to extraterritoriality cannot be denied. This is Xingfa. I had time to deploy my clue. I may not be able to call the extraterritoriality of the presidential plane into doubt. However, according to you, she shot at you from outside the aircraft, correct? In which case, extraterritoriality could not possibly apply in this case. Your assertion is entirely without merit, and the detainment of Miss Lloyd cannot be justified. How could I have arrested by a mere prosecutor? Not the president. The president! Oof, checkmate. I got my little health back. It's a little silly. Just don't mind if we continue our investigation now, Mr. President. I just noticed it. He's got like muscles on top of muscles. Like, what is this muscle here? Is that an ab muscle? What is that? It's clearly like defined. He's got this muscle. And then this muscle. It's just, okay. If he were wearing a skin-tight outfit, like a, I don't know. Like a Space Fox outfit. Wouldn't be weird, but he's wearing a suit. So he's got on a shirt, presumably an undershirt, and then a jacket on top of that. And you can still see his muscles that clearly. Like, I can flex my bare arm and it's not that big. Like, not even close. Like, neither arm. Like, they're not even close. It's not close. Grr. I hereby officially and unreservedly confirm my approval. What's up, Derek? Is it time for ads? It is time for ads, isn't it? It's time for ads. Okay, I'm gonna go run an ad. Give me a second. I'm blending in. Oh, because of purple? Alright, I'll be right back, okay? I'm gonna go brush my tail. And then this is the last ad break of the night, okay? I'll be right back, okay? Bum, ba, bum. So teach and tell me the way that things gonna. Someone da da da. They don't think da da. Unbreakable, unbreakable, unshakable, unshakable. 5,000. I don't remember the words. Fish, fish. Oh, you mean fish? I can fish. Alright, I fish. You got another legendary? Why do you guys keep finding legendaries? Wow, I'm gonna find nothing. I get nothing. Alright, back. I'm back. I don't know. I'm confused. Alright, confirm my approval. Consider gesture the Magdan. Why do they put these words in? Why do they hate me so much? Consider a gesture of the magnanimity. You found a legendary that's worth more than all the gold I have. Look at that. It's ridiculous. I'm not saying that word again. And generosity for which my good office is known. Yes, for without noble acts such as these, unmistakably and irrefutably, for which reason we hereby, there can be no other outcome. For our goals are lofty and our hearts. People of Xingfa, I swear to you, here and now, this investigation will continue. All when he could have just said, okay, you got me. Tonight, if you would care to return to the evidence. I mean, if you guys want me to try to learn a new language on stream, you will be sorely disappointed. You will hate yourself. You will hate everything about it. It will be miserable. You have no idea how miserable you will all be. You will hate every minute of it. Then again, I don't know why. I think you guys should hate every minute of every stream, but whatever. Ha, take it. Data is retrieved from Mr. Knight. We did, Mr. Edgeworth. We sure did. And now the investigation can continue. Whatever. Enjoy your pocket full of pawns. I'll be over here enjoying how you put them into play. Oh, you would effectively enjoy my next move. Mr. President, one more favor if you would be so kind. What is it? Could you please give us your testimony concerning the incident itself? Now you want me to testify? Whoa, whoa, that's your next move? You want the president to testify, you have to take him to court. Oh, good time, Mr. Knight. He'll get his day in court soon enough. If the person of interest refuses to cooperate at the investigative stage of the process, you're obliged to provide detailed justification as to their reasons for doing so. If that's... What's the matter? Is there something you'd rather we didn't know? Stand down, Knight. I'll do as the prosecutor asks. It was a legendary rubber ducky. Thank you for your cooperation. Now listen, and listen well. I mean, if you really want, Treeborn, this is your game. I could pause right now and we can go to Duolingo for the next almost hour. And I could try to learn Japanese or something. I do want to learn Japanese one day. Now listen well. Why is he so angry? He looks so angry. Or is that just forehead muscles? Are those muscles? Or do you have muscles in your forehead? I'm touching my forehead, not my mouth. Where was I when the incident occurred? The stage, of course. So the Rook and Knight jumped in front of me. Then, bang, a shot rang out, and a plain, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby. Hesitating for an instant, my bodyguards tried to escort me back to the safety of the plane. And then the second shot. Bullet went right through Rook and lodged itself in the bulletproof vest I was wearing. Like that? Like that. Does that work? I was trying to do one. I can do one at a time. But I don't know if it's picking up on camera. It might be because my bang's in the way. Hold on. Push my bangs back. Let me try again. Or maybe you can't see this hairstyle. Why do I come closer to the camera? A Jack Nicholson impression? Is he the golfer? You can't handle the truth. If you look at this woman, the president is also a victim here. It's a victim of an attempted assassination. Rook was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. That makes it even weirder. Why would they target the crime try to obstruct the investigation? I guess that there's something behind all this that he doesn't want made public. A cover-up, huh? I knew there's more to this case than meets the eye. The president isn't the only one who knows the truth. Isn't that right, Mr. Knight? Time to get to the bottom of this ocean, once and for all. I don't know where I got ocean from. Maybe I don't need to press on everything. I've been pressing on everything. Maybe I don't need to. How to describe the incident exactly? Oh, you naive little man. Do you really think your silly, simple question will shake me? I was involved in a craven attempt to silence me with cold steel. And while I was speaking to my adoring public, no less. So the Rook and Knight jumped in front of me.
Hold it!
When they stepped in to protect you, were you aware of the fact that you were being targeted? Was I aware of that? No. I was aware of my audience, nothing else. When I step up to the podium, I enter another world entirely, a place of rapture, a place beyond words. I gotta sneeze. Yeah, I think that's called stage fright. I bet you're like a deer in the headlights. No, 1,000 times no. I remember every second. Each moment is indelibly etched in my memory. When Rook and Knight stepped in, I was shocked, overwhelmed, taken aback. And bang, a shot rang out, and a plain, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby.
Hold it!
About the red balloon. You're trying to test me, Mr. Prosecutor? No, Mr. President, I simply wish to confirm what you remember. Hi, Mopar, how's it going? How was your day? Not very well. There were two very large, very round balloons on one on each side of the stage. The deep crimson hues stood stark against the sky, just as the security plan said they would. Cookie! No, 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 no. Pretty good. So I did a count of my my projects today. I'm down to I'm down under 60 projects now. So I've dropped like 10 projects in the last couple weeks. So it's very nice. Most of them I've closed, but I haven't been getting new ones. I got my first new one today in like a month. So it's doing good. Security flame found in the trash can, I assume. Working night left in my aid just before the balloon exploded. Thanks for instance, my bodyguards tried to escort me back to the safety of the plane.
Hold it!
So they would try to escort you back onto the plane. Yes, that is exactly what I said. They threw open the attaché cases. This would be the moment Kate captured on camera. They made a move to help me back onto the aircraft. In the second shot, the bullet went right through the rook and lodged itself in the bulletproof vest I was wearing. Just got done welding?
Hold it!
Welding is cool. I can't do it, but it looks cool. Let me ask, what was the victim like in that moment? He's a man amongst men, a real hero. Mere impacts of the bullet took my breath away. And he had the strength to grab me and rush me back inside the presidential plane. She and the victim entered the plane together. Is that correct? Yes, the offer is a noble protection, and I gladly accepted it. All was as it should be. That sounds nice and all, but doesn't that just mean he's always the first to make his escape? He's the president, detective. It's basically in his job description to do so. Is new trade you're learning? Welding is like definitely an art, and I am fully impressed with it. I'm also even more impressed. Have you heard about the people that weld underwater, like working on boats and stuff? That is amazing and like dangerous, and I'm pretty sure it's one of the highest paid jobs in the world. Nothing here says he's saying seems too off base. Guy's the victim here. Wouldn't make much sense for him to lie to us, you know? Guess I assume he's telling the... No, one of the things he said is clearly wrong. Think back to the scene of the crime. Huh? Did we miss something? Alright, let me see the evidence again. Might as well take another look at myself. Alright, let's see here.
Objection!
The red balloon. You watch videos of it? You say it was a plain red balloon that burst. But I strongly beg to differ. Huh? Take a look at this. I think you'd agree that it's hardly plain, wouldn't you? No! Oh, what? Or who is that? Oh, Mr. President, meet the Steel Samurai. I would hoped you might recognize him. Especially if you were hoping to ingratiate yourself with the people of this country. Yeah, you need to watch the Jam Ninja too. He's amazing. See, the balloon that was struck by the bullet was anything but plain. It's in fact the Steel Samurai. But the briefing mentioned two plain red balloons. Where? And there they are, right in the security plan. They look pretty plain, don't they? Simple brown balloons. Knight, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself. Yes, Mr. President. Seems the Steel Samurai balloon was borrowed at the last minute, sir. Borrowed. That's what we were told. Guess they only reported the incident to us bodyguards, so. Seems there's a little trouble here on the site last night. One of the original balloons burst somehow. So I swapped in as an emergency replacement? Yeah, one of the stall holders happened to have it. From what I hear, he was more than willing to lend it out. A very happy-go-lucky kind of guy, they said. It's Larry. It's Larry. Happy-go-lucky stallholder with a Steel Samurai balloon to spare, huh? They filled just the bottom part up with air to make it look like the other ornamental balloon. As far as the Steel Samurai balloon, it was made to look like it was a plain red one above the water. Is that the long and short of it? Right, why was I not informed of this? Sorry, sir, we didn't think it was a pressing issue. And indeed, you saw it and knew no different, correct? Yes, I suppose so. You believe I've mistaken the Steel Samurai's pants for a plain red balloon? I mean, yeah. Mr. President, I struggle to see how you wouldn't have noticed something different about the balloon. Of course. What was that outburst for? Now I remember. I could barely see the balloon. You couldn't see it? That's right. The wind was blowing too hard. The flags to the sides of the stage were flapping incessantly and blocking my view. Is that so? Two flags they were being blown back towards me. Doing a strong will. Whoa! Whoa, that blows everything into that. Whoa, that blows everything out of the water. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Whoa, 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 whoa. If the flag was blowing this way, that means the shot came from on stage. Is Knight the guilty one? There was a strong wind blowing right around the time of the incident. Strong enough to blow the flags in just such a fashion. Does it conflict in any way with our understanding of the case? Thank you, Mr. President. Your testimony has revealed yet another contradiction. It has? Yes, a contradiction that could turn this entire case on its head. When I arrived on the scene, the wind had died down and the flags were resting calmly for the most part. But the wind had previously been blowing the flags the President describes. A certain piece of evidence suddenly takes on a very different meaning. Evidence contradicts the stated conditions of the stage at the time of the incident.
Take that!
Earlier reduced the bullet that struck the steel timer balloon, and the bullet that passed through the flag were one and the same. These two things we further deduced the trajectory that bullet must have taken. And we concluded that our shooter must have fired from the left side of the spectator area. But the flags were blowing as President describes, our conclusion becomes quite different. The flags pointing the other direction. Well, I mean, yes, it could have still gone this way. That's really kind of close, though. Exactly, our trajectory changed completely. And if we trace that trajectory back to its source, we can ascertain who really fired that shot. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. That would mean... Yes, I know. You may not yet understand the reason why, but it can only have been one person who did it. Who does that new bullet's trajectory indicate?
Take that!
The person who fired that shot was none other than you, Mr. Knight. Well, what? The path from the bullet balloon back through the flag leads directly to the spot where you were standing. So he wanted to be number one. So it wasn't the president he wanted to kill, it was Rook. The guy's one of the president's bodyguards. Nope, wow, didn't try and fax getaway. Uncatchable. Why the heck would you go around shooting balloons? It's absurd. What exactly are you trying to imply? And Mr. Knight, a man who has saved my life countless times, is my would-be assassin? Seriously, Edgeworth. We put up a lot from you, but this? We're President Wayne's bodyguards. We're the pieces put on the board to protect the king. I'll handle this, Knight. Sorry, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, the wind was indeed blowing quite fiercely around the time of my speech. This wind can pick up and die away in an instant, can it not? Therefore, I need proof. It was blowing hard enough to lift the flags during that crucial moment. If only we had a picture. A piece of evidence that shows just that. As it can also show us what was happening with the flag then, too. I don't see it. I don't see it. Do you see it? Is this the flag? That must be.
Take that!
Who's in this picture right here? Oh, this should be good. Which picture? Where? This flag is really blowing. Right here.
Take that!
Well, do you deny that it clearly shows the flag? Nurg! There we have it. Proves that it was blowing toward you at the moment of the shooting. It means our pal over there did shoot the balloon. making him the assassin. Mr. Knight is not the assassin. Mr. Knight is not the assassin. He may have shot the balloon, but the president was on the other side of him entirely. Therefore, he can't have been aiming at his boss. Yeah, besides, why would I even shoot the balloon? What would be the point? Watch how you answer, or I might aim for you something else next. There was a point, I'm sure of it. If I figure out what it was, perhaps I can finally put this whole conundrum to rest. Then we shot the balloon. That fact alone changed everything about the case. Why did not the assigned position change? I told you I can't turn my neck to the right. Could only cover the president's left side, so I wound up moving to the right side of the stage. Is that the only reason? Suppose the plan hadn't changed. The knight had remained post on the left. He was unable to turn his head to the right. Would he even have been able to shoot the balloon closest to him? Could it be that the security plan was changed for the express purpose of popping one of the balloons? We suppose that to be the case. Two plans are different. Was the security detail reorganized at some point? Some last minute change yesterday. His orders. That's right. The president was the one who ordered the change. There was no assassination. If I'm reading things right, the president knew in advance about the balloon shooting. He must have had foreknowledge he would be in someone's crosshairs today as well. That's true, then everything else that's been bothering me falls neatly into place. How did shooting a gun past such heavy security? Why would they then carry out the shooting wearing such a conspicuous item of clothing? Why did they later decide they would give away their location in an instant? And how the president suffered no injuries at all, despite a direct hit to his vest? Here's a question at night the president don't want us to consider. There's only one possible reason for Mr. Knight to have fired his gun. Create the illusion of an assassination attempt. What? Huh? Idiot! You do understand what you're saying. Oh, I understand all too well. I understand everything now. Most of all, I understand why you are so keen to take this investigation off my hands, Mr. President. You wanted your real plans to remain hidden. How dare you speak to me that way? Is this some sort of sick joke? Oh, it's no joke. I assure you, it's simply the truth, as revealed by the careful application of logic and reasoning. Nothing more. First shot was fired by Mr. Knight with the specific intention of hitting that balloon. The sound of gunfire and the bursting of the balloon were guaranteed to cause a panic. And then he fired again. He did? Yes, he fired 2 bullets, both of which were aimed at the balloon. As for why he did so, it's because the second shot was designed to create the impression that the president had been hit. So what's to do with the one in the vest? What about that bullet was planted there long before the shooting ever occurred? Hey, so Mr. Hero President didn't take a bullet after all. That's not true, I was shot, I tell you. We'll be able to verify that for ourselves once we take a closer look at the bullet. At least we expect to find traces of Mr. Rook's blood on it, correct? McGurk! You said it yourself, you found the shooter in a photograph, the person with the red hood.
Objection!
Thought I made myself clear. The trajectory points to only one possible shooter, Mr. Knight. And where does the tabby fit in all this? She's simply one part of their plan. In order to place suspicion elsewhere, they said about creating a fake assassin. Highly suspicious person with a red hood. I've yet to ascertain exactly how complicit Miss Lloyd was in the whole scheme. I can say with some confidence that none of the shots were fired by her. I suspect her only job was to point a laser sight at the president. That's right, then I was tasked with turning your jacket inside out, and the moment the crowd flew into a panic. Yes? thus making the mysterious red-hooded shooter disappear in a blink of an eye. Given the gun and security plan were later found in the trash can, it would have all appeared to have been the work of an assassin so skilled to take advantage of thin air. Then the case would have gone cold. Exactly what our friends here were hoping for. Makes sense now they will want you off the case. Indeed, because the entire affair was a cheap ruse perpetrated by the president himself. R. I missed the R's again. Where does muscles go? No, I arg. Jar, thank you for the raid. How's your stream? How's No Man's Sky? How are you doing? Are you feeling better? Did you get everything taken care of? Hello. Good evening. Welcome. We're just playing some Ace Attorney here. Just chilling. Wondering, this guy was so super buff a second ago. Now he's kind of lost all his muscles and gotten fat, I guess. Presidential mask is well and truly slipped. Admit it. The entire assassination was a lie, wasn't it? Arg. Oh, no worries. Oh, so you can't hear me. Well, I'll wave. Hi. I can sort of wave. Oh, I can use the button too. That stupid chief prosecutor had insisted on assigning you. Arg! How could I let this happen?
Objection!
That's enough, Edgeworth. Well, Mr. Knight. Sorry, but I'm speaking with the president right now. Yeah, well, I'm doing my job as knight and protecting my king. I appreciate it. Appreciate the lurk. So go ahead, keep running your mouth. Perhaps it would be better if we stuck to threatening each other with words. He wouldn't, would he? Nah, I don't need this thing to shut you up. Alright, my move. Question. You claim I fired my gun from on stage. How do you figure I did that in front of a crowd of thousands? An excellent point. Time for my counter move, I suppose. There's certain something that allowed you to conceal your actions. Certain something, huh? My specific. What did Knight use to hide his actions from the crowd?
Take that!
My attaché case? Yes, take a look at the case photograph. Your right hand is completely obscured by the case. At the very moment this picture was taken, you were firing your gun. In such a way that you wouldn't be detected.
Objection!
You don't like to let the facts get in the way of a good theory, do you, Edgeworth? Shame you don't seem to have noticed. Notice what? That theories are all you have. Conjectures, nothing more. The flag was billowing in the wind at precisely the right moment. I aimed my gun with my attaché case. We changed the security plan because I couldn't turn my head. It's all speculation, circumstantial evidence. At best, you can't prove any of it. Nung! You at least had the bullet that burst the balloon. You might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine you could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun. But no, that bullet is at the bottom of the lake. You gonna go dredge it up? I hate to say it, but he's right. I don't have anything concrete. I thought not. Maybe now you can shut your mouth. Hold it! Did we dredge it up? Lloyd. Of course, she could shed some light on this whole situation. I just need to get her to talk. What's the matter? Something you want to say, Miss Journalist? No, never mind. That's what I thought. I mean, he's clearly pointing a gun at her. Miss Lloyd. I need you to be brave. If you don't speak up, the truth will be lost forever. You're a journalist after all, are you not? Dang it. I can't stay quiet any longer. She stayed quiet for like 2 minutes. Hey, you understand what you're doing, right? I think carefully before opening that mouth of yours. I was so focused on on bagging me scoop, I forgot the most important thing of all. Real journalists don't lie. Ain't no dang scoop if it ain't the truth. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I should have showed you this before. What is it? It's the laser pointer I used on the president. That's all I done. I never shot nobody. You stupid. I thought I told you. You squeal and you go down as an accomplice. It was him. He told me to do it. I was at Zingfa's embassy sniffing out a story like I told you. This is 3 days back. He comes up to me out of the blue, just starts talking. Help me out at night, and I'll get you exclusive access to the president. That kind of stuff. What about the gun on the trash can? That I don't know nothing about. I swear it. All he's told me was to wear a jacket with a red hood and to point that there pointer at the president. I thought for a minute they'd blow up in my face so bad. I'm sorry. Truly, I am. Thank you, Miss Lloyd. I'd like you to testify to that effect when this goes to trial. I'll go a long way toward proving that the assassination was a sham. Alright, what's wrong with you people? Don't you even know what's good for you? My sympathies, Mr. Knight. Had you successfully removed me from this case as you'd intended, perhaps then you could have kept your pawn quiet, Nurk! That's why you don't spin a gun on your finger! So let me get this straight. You told Tabby, if you let slip about our fake assassination plot, we'll have you convicted for murder. Or something like that? For all the dirty... I said no such thing. Hold it! President Wang? Give it up, Knight. It's time we came clean. It's our only choice. So, Mr. President, you admit it. You admit that there was a plot to fake an assassination attempt. I do, I'm sorry. But why? Why do something like that? But my popularity's been on the wane back home. I thought surviving an attempt on my life might give me the boost I needed. I know what we did was wrong, so yes, it was all lies. All of it. And the one in the vest? It was planned ahead of time. It wasn't hit by anything today. But then, what was up with the killer? Our plan got out somehow, and then he just appeared, helping on turning our fake assassination into a real one. Hence the red raincoat, I suppose. He'd hope to get in close enough as the fake assassin to finish the job. There's one thing I don't understand, though. Oh, and what would that be? Why did Rook have to die? If the whole thing was fake, how did he wind up getting killed for real? That's true, and therein lies the real question. He's a fine bodyguard, the best, in fact. He may not have been a native of Xingfa. He was someone I can fully trust. Mr. Rook must have been really something to gain the trust of someone who'd hide from his own shadow. It's like he's as trustworthy as president as I am to you, huh, sir? That'd be best for me to say, Detective, not you. Mr. Rook must have known about the plan too, then, correct? I'm gonna take my pill. He wasn't aware of any specific details, so not really. I tried to involve him, but he refused. And you would have done well to listen to him. Besides, this is a tragedy. The life of a good man has been wasted. Oh, what's so great about him, anyway? What's gotten into him? He was just another piece on the board, there to protect you. Nothing more. Mr. Knight! How could you? Who was it that actually went along with your plan, Mr. President? Well, that pious coward backed down when you needed him to step up the most. I value your support too, of course. But, look, I'm your chief bodyguard now. That's all that matters. And now that the spineless fool Rook is gone, things are going to change around here. Thanks to me, genius strategist, grandmaster, rightful leader of this team. You're all well aware of your ambitions, Knight. But doesn't this seem a little imprudent to you? Heh, why? My plan this time was perfect. As they always are, and as they always will be. That's quite a statement. Especially considering that your perfect plan was an abject failure. Yeah, no thanks to you. And that buffoon Rook. And how exactly was it Mr. Rook's fault? If he hadn't died, the killer would never have come after me. I wouldn't have had to let you on this plane. Please, Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk like that. Fine, the guy died protecting you, Mr. President. Oh, thank you for the pets. I appreciate it. I'm sure this is what he always wanted. But did he die protecting the president? Wait, I thought the whole assassination thing was fake. Oh, come on. Do I have to say everything twice? We planned a fake assassination, but somebody else came along and tried to make it real. 2 shots were fired, remember? Like you said, Edgeworth, one of them was the bullet I shot through that balloon. But second, that wasn't me. Oh, really? Then who did fire it? The assassin, but not the killer. His plan was to come after the president with a knife. So the most likely suspect here is a piece of cowering quietly in the corner. Our Lily-White Queen over there. What? Why would you keep a bear trap on your back and then keep resetting it if it keeps snapping? But Miss Lloyd, again with this, I'm not your danged assassin. Is that really true? I for one don't believe it. The gun in the trash can, it can only belong to you. By the way, I think this is going to be our final clue. Right here. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort the president back. Now onto the plane. I left Rook here. Gotta keep it fluffy. Left Rook here in the same room while I secured the president's safe room. When I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground. The journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off stage. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can. So you don't actually know when the victim was struck by the bullet, do you? Not just protect the Rook, Edgeworth. He protects the king. You want to translate? He means his only concern was protecting the president. Lose the king, you lose the game. Isn't that the first rule of chess? But a win in which a key piece is sacrificed is a hollow victory indeed. Doesn't matter, still victory. Get the president safe. I win. Well, it's a bit early to be calling our little match in any case. This is where our battle really begins. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort the president back onto the plane.
Hold it!
Victim really didn't take part in your little plan, then, did he? Nope. And we kept him in the dark on the details. So he really thought the president was in danger. But wait, he must have noticed that the shot came from right next to him. Maybe he did. Guess we'll never know. Maybe he did know it was a sham. He still had a job to do. He still had to protect his king. He was able to make a judgment like that in a split second? Impressive. He really was as capable as they say. Not so capable that I couldn't read him like a book. I made so he had no choice but to go along with the little performance. I left Rook here in this room while I secured the president's safe room.
Hold it!
Why'd I do that? You and the president both knew this whole thing wasn't real. But it had to seem real. There were people everywhere. Not a good look, right? Imagine someone spotted a man who'd just been shot at, hanging out in his plane, sipping grape juice like he didn't have a care in the world. What was the victim doing during all this? Who knows? I was in the safe room, like I said. Anyway, when I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground.
Hold it!
Where on the ground, exactly? Right where he is now. In the middle of the floor. The door to the outside was shut, though. Guess the bullet must have hit him right before he closed it. Thanks to his little blunder, my whole plan fell apart. Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk that way. I may have kept you safe, Mr. President. It isn't here now to save your good name. I call that dereliction of duty. What would you call it? An honorable try, which is more than what you'd give, I'd say. Sorry, but that's just how it is. The journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off stage.
Hold it!
Weren't you and Mr. Rook both carrying bulletproof attaché cases? Yeah, opened them right after Rook spotted the laser sight. Moved in covering positions and used them to shield the president. The bullet that hit Mr. Rook traveled through a gap in that defensive shield. Do you believe Miss Lloyd to be that skilled as a marksperson? I didn't know she was aiming for the president. That makes her a lousy shot. So it's pure coincidence that Mr. Rook was hit. And the bullet simply happened to find its way past her attaché cases and through the gap in his vest? Seems crazy to me too, but the facts are the facts. It was a shot in a million, but the shooter hit the bullseye and the proof is in your hands. That single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can.
Hold it!
The second shot had nothing to do with you. Right, that one was fired by your little friend. Imagine Scoop should have bagged if it hit his mark. I'm a journalist, you hear? When I make facts, I report them. Yeah, journalists who signed up to fake an assassination plan in the hopes of getting a story. That's not... Look, I'll admit it. I set the whole thing up. And your role was to aim that laser pointer at the president. It's not my fault that wasn't enough for you. You were the one who decided to bring a gun to the party. Who knows, maybe you thought if you kept on shooting, you could shoot me up too. So Mr. Knight suggested he fired the first one shot and Mr. Lloyd fired another. Yeah, basically implying that Tabby also had a gun on her. He's been where she could have got one from. But hey, his entire testimony is pure conjecture. He can't prove any of it. You're right, let's hit him with some cold, hard, undeniable evidence. It's kind of quick. Alright, what are we looking for? Single killer shot was fired by the gun you found in the trash can. Now, what evidence do we have? What do we have? Alright, so this is probably no good. This probably doesn't matter. I like this one. There's no blood anywhere else.
Objection!
So you can tell that it was you who shot the balloon and Miss Lloyd who shot Mr. Book. Are you sure about that? Sure, I'm sure. Well, what your proposal would indeed match up with the total number of shots heard. The gun from the trash can itself had also been fired twice. And now this gun's been fired like 6 times. Or, I don't know, twice, I guess. Now, why would the supposed number of shots heard from this gun differ from the number of spent rounds? It's simple, because it was planted by the real perpetrator of the crime. So I faked the evidence. Yes, and if you think about it, the reason for doing so is obvious. To ensure that whoever found the gun would conclude the shooter had been in the spectator area. In order to do that, they had to make it seem as if both shots had come from this one weapon. I get it. That's why it's got 2 spent rounds, huh? Precisely. It's already proven the bullet that burst the balloon came from a different weapon. It's entirely possible the bullet which killed Mr. Rook didn't come from this gun either. Okay, nice work, Edgeworth. Hydrate. Alright, it's the last of my water. The last drop. That's some high-grade sleuthing. Why don't you get to the point? If you've come this far, spit it out. Oh, I intend to. Don't worry. I'll get a minute as well. First, your big shot Mr. Rook was.
Take that!
You, Mr. Knight, you're the one who murdered Mr. Rook. Oh, finally got up to the courage to say it, huh? Surely not. Surely wouldn't have. It wasn't only the killer who tried to take advantage of this fake murder plot. You killed Mr. Rook hoping that he would look like an accidental victim of the bungled assassination. With the president locked away in the safe room and the door of the airplane tightly closed, it was just you and Mr. Rook alone together. That was when the third bullet was fired. Right into your colleague's body.
Objection!
Wait, you're really gonna claim there's a third one now? You said only 2 gunshots were heard. Tell me how that works?
Objection!
Airplane cabins are practically soundproof, Mr. Knight. If you close the door, nothing can be heard from the outside. Not even gunfire. Wasn't the president right next door? Very true. Which means he may have heard the shot himself. Well, Mr. President? I didn't hear anything. So you can observe this room through your security feed, can you not? The camera in this room isn't normally on. I have to manually switch it on when I enter the safe room. That's what you do this time too, right? Well, that is... What's gotten into him? Yeah, I don't know why he's deflated. Mr. President, this is vitally important. Please, Mr. President. Please, President Wang. Fine, I was busy hiding under the bed, covering my ears. What? Even though you knew the whole thing wasn't real? Yes, because I hate the sound of guns. Just as I hear that awful noise and, oh, it's just too much. Oof, that there's sadder than a pot of overcooked crawfish. Mr. Knight, you saw that President Wang was cowering beneath the bed. And what's more, you knew from the monitor bank the security camera for this room hadn't been switched on. Which means you knew that the circumstances were perfect. For you to fire the third shot straight at Mr. Rook. Knight? How could you? Could you really have betrayed my trust so horribly? Problem is, this did happen to Xingfa, so we can't do anything about it. You think I killed the old half-wit? You don't trust me much, huh? This is the thanks I give for putting my life on the line for you day after day? I want to believe you, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. What's there to doubt here? But you don't believe that the girl over there could have done it? No, because this gun is the murder weapon. We know this from the number of bullets fired. Yeah, well, how do you know there wasn't a spent bullet from the start? What? Someone could have fired a bullet from that gun yesterday or the day before. And today, another bullet. Bullet that hit Rook. Let's respect the ace pound, you know it. Maybe. Can you prove it's not true? Not with certainty, no. Nothing without conclusive proof, so come on. Single piece of evidence, straight through my heart. I dare you. Well, what are you waiting for? McGurk! There must be something. Wasn't there, Mr. Edgeworth? I can't prove it, Tabby's. Please, Ruffles. I messed up, I know it, I did. I should have never have done what I did. Not even for a scoop. But murder? No, that ain't me. Ain't a murder's bone in my body. Who's proof? Only I could prove that Knight's gun is the murder weapon. Hey, perhaps I can. You said the bullet burst the balloon might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine you could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun. Had the bullet killed Mr. Rook, then this could tell us which gun it was fired from. No proof, no case. End of conversation.
Objection!
Hold it right there. Well, what now? You're not about to claim you do have proof. Oh, of course I do. This ought to be good. Alright, bring it on. Show me this proof of yours. Government Stroke is keyed into our little game. Very well. That conclusive evidence is... not in my possession. Not currently in my possession. Alright then. Thanks for playing, folks, but that's game over. However, it is here in this room. What? As you know, this bullet that killed Mr. Rook passed through his body. Where did it end up? When did it end his journey? Perhaps we should cast our minds back to an earlier conversation. Passed through his body, the bullet took Mr. Rook's life, lodged itself in the vest. He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, things could have been a lot worse. But now, of course, we know that the so-called assassination attempt was a complete fabrication. The vest was prepared in advance, made it look as if he'd been hit by a bullet. Which begs the question, where's the real bullet? I like it. A twist. There's good stuff. This is good stuff, Edgeworth. Come on, then. Don't keep us in suspense. Need this evidence point to where the bullet that killed Mr. Rook might have ended up. Bam! I told you, last piece of evidence right there. There's something very clearly missing from this room. Yes, a prosecutor with some common sense. Take a look at the bank's security monitors. Oh. I see you've caught on, Mr. President. Splendid. There's screens here showing views of all around this airplane, inside and out. The only external angle not covered is the right-hand side of the aircraft. That's because one of the monitors is missing. Erg. There was a monitor in that space previously, wasn't there, Mr. President? Though there was. I have no idea what my plushie is doing there now, though. Here's someone's vain attempt to hide was obviously lacking. But where did it go and why? Why is easy enough to answer? Because it was struck by a bullet. If we were to believe that the bullet in the vest was the real deal, anything that hinted at the existence of another bullet had to be removed. So where did the mystery monitor go? Where indeed? I believe that it must be hidden somewhere in this plane. After all, there wouldn't have been time to dispose of it outside the aircraft. Captain Gumshoe, conduct a search if you would. Right away, sir. Mr. President, it's extraterritoriality, remember? I have no objection to the search. Please go ahead. If it will help us discover the truth behind what happened to Rook, I will not stand in your way. Why don't we take his gun? If we suspect him of murder, why don't we take his gun away? I'm a potato. What are you? I don't believe this. Rook this, Rook that. Don't you ever think about anybody else? Or you've been an authorized detective, if you wouldn't mind. So I found the monitor. Excellent work. Now go ahead and extract the bullet. Let's see. Put my hand in here and just... Come on, come on, come on. Got it. Oh, would you look at that? Blood. This is the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. There's no doubt about it. And there you have it, Mr. Knight. A single piece of evidence you requested, straight through your heart. Even you must now admit, if this bullet didn't come from the spectator area gun, then Miss Lloyd cannot be Mr. Rook's killer. What, no pity to come back? Detective, have forensics analyze the bullet for striations and compare them to the gun we found. Yes, sir. We'll get the evidence you need. You can count on it. Alright, let's hear what forensics has to say. Our findings are as follows, sir. Firstly, the blood on the bullet is indeed that of the victim, proving that it was the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. Secondly, we found Mr. Knight's fingerprints on the gun. Wife when I handed all the evidence over to him. Now for the key part, the striations. If they're not a match, then Miss Lloyd's in the clear. As the striations of the bullet are a match with the weapon, this weapon. But they're all the same gun! It doesn't match, it's not like a fingerprint, it's like a match to the model. What? How could that be? No way. Oh, come on. There's no doubt about it, sir. This is the gun that fired the bullet. How? Heh, well, isn't that something? Who's proof that I was right? What's the matter? You didn't think you had me backed in the corner, did you? Guess you misread the board. Because the only one backed in the corner here is you. Alright. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to stop there. We made an effort at it. We got close. I think we got close to the end. I don't know how much is left. So we can't just keep going. So that's it for me tonight. Let's switch to Big Fox. Big Fox. Can we fish? Alright, let's go fishing. Alright, you're very welcome, Tay. Thanks for coming. Yeah, so we're back tomorrow with more of this. Hope we should be able to finish this. I think we're pretty close to the end. I think that like I said, we should finish it tomorrow. Um, so yeah, but that's it for tonight. So thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great night and a great day tomorrow. Hope to see you guys here. But yeah, what I get? I got a, oh, I got a rare, my first rare. Okay, cool. Ah, don't Legos happy. All right, so good night, everyone. Fox out. Night night.